All right, welcome to SmartyTalks, episode 9. How's everyone doing? And how are we sounding right now? Let me know in the chat. All right, so today we're going to be talking about how do you grow a dev channel. This is not your average SmartyTalks. I'm going to tell you why in a moment. Now, there are many opportunities on Roblox. There's people who are making millions on this platform. There's devs with thousands of players in their games, but many devs, maybe even many of you watching, are feeling left behind in all this opportunity. It's getting harder to market games in many ways. It's getting harder to get players, and the Roblox market is getting more difficult. But there is a big opportunity right now. Roblox dev content, in my opinion, is one of the best opportunities on Roblox right now, and in this stream, I'll be explaining why and how you can capitalize on it. And this isn't your average SmartyTalks because we're going to be going over the secrets to growing a dev channel, which can give you a lot of opportunities to promote games, earn Robux, and a lot more. So first we're going to go over how to start your dev channel and how to make videos that go viral potentially. And then after that, in the second segment of this stream, we're going to have some top dev content creators on stream live to give you some of their best advice. And then we're also going to do a Q&A at the end from everybody watching. And yeah, so we're going to be discussing this opportunity in depth. So first things first, I'm going to read out loud a post which I made recently, which is going to be basically the basis of how you can start your dev channel. It's a very good process which will allow you to make videos that can get a lot of views and solve problems for people, leading to potentially starting a video that could get a lot of views. So I'm going to read this out loud and then we'll discuss it. Roblox content is changing. You need to seize this opportunity. This is very important. Ask yourself, what problems have you overcome in development? What steps did you take to solve them? Do others have this same problem? Then, take that process you went through, take those solutions, and turn them into content for your past self. Think about the person who you used to be who is struggling in development, maybe with learning scripting, maybe with learning building, maybe with growing their game if you've grown your game a bit, and then solve these problems that you've conquered in the past with a video better than anyone else has. This is how you make something with impact for people. Development content is rapidly becoming very popular among devs and players on Roblox, and you are still very early, but in my opinion, not for long. So start by solving problems for your past noob self. That's how you start to get views in dev content. And once you do this enough and do it effectively, you could really start to get an income from your channel, gain views, get networking opportunities like I have, get a way to promote future games you make, earn more Robux and more. So there's a lot of different benefits to starting a dev channel. And yeah, time is ticking. Give value to get value. So this is basically the process that I recommend that you go through for creating a dev channel. And as you can see, much of this is about solving problems for your past self. And when you solve problems for your past self, there will be a lot of people who had the same problems. Let me give you an example. So when I solved the problem of scripting being super hard for my past self with the easiest beginner guide to Roblox scripting, I put that out there. I made a long, detailed guide that ended up helping a lot of people. And I just solved a problem for my past self. I was thinking, so what problems did I go through when I was trying to learn scripting? Well, there were a bunch of different videos and playlists. I didn't find that very helpful. I felt like there wasn't any motivation in the videos. I felt like there wasn't much instruction really on how to do everything and how to do it easily. So I took those problems and I went and I made a guide that was 40 minutes long. It took like weeks sitting down, typing, planning to make this guide. And I put it out there. And now we're sitting here 2 years later, and this guide has well over 2.6 million views. It's helped a lot of people. And this shows how if you can solve problems for your past self, your past dev self who is struggling, you could really get a lot of views in dev content. It's a super good way to go about this. Now, this is one way to go about dev content. And there's also a lot of other, you probably noticed there's a lot of people who make a lot of different types of dev content. I know that in the space, there's a lot of people who make entertainment content. There's videos like 6 devs make a game without communicating. There's a lot of different challenge type videos, that kind of thing. My videos tend to be a little bit more informative. I do like commentaries and I do guides sometimes. And so there's a lot of different types of content you can make. And we're going to be going into those a little bit more in detail later, the entertainment kind especially, because we're going to have some people live on the stream, such as I believe Scroof's going to come on. I believe Cash is going to come on. Some very, very popular dev content creators. And yeah, so they have done more of the entertainment kind of content, and they're going to give you some good advice on that if you want to make that kind. So yeah, I'm going to check out the chat, and then we'll discuss more on this in just a moment. And yeah. So Mareem Tolo said, thanks for the amazing content. You are welcome. Spring Cupcake said, I don't have a mic though. The thing about not having a mic is you probably actually do. Do you have a phone? If you have a phone, you can use that and you can actually record your voice on your phone, and then you could take that over to your computer, edit that together, and you would have a video. Now, another option is, of course, there's a lot of dev videos that I've seen, and they don't even have a mic in them at all. So you really could make videos without a mic, but you're going to get more viewer engagement if you do have a mic, and people who are more, well, bigger fans of your channel because you're showing your actual personality. All right. Next chat. Ultimate Fishy said, is it better to start a TikTok or a YouTube to market games? I would say that it really depends. TikTok can be very good for blowing up a game, making it go viral, and YouTube is also really, really good for building a strong, tight-knit community. So it really depends what you want. I would say to do both, but if you want the best bet on something that is going to last and work for a long time and be reliable, I would highly recommend that you start a dev channel, because with dev channels, you can build a super dedicated community like the community we have here. You guys are amazing. And look, we have 44 viewers right now. That's dedicated people of our community watching right now. And I don't think that a TikTok is going to get you nearly as dedicated of a community. The people who watch on TikTok, they're watching 30-second videos. They're scrolling by real fast. And it's going to take them watching a lot of your videos to become a super dedicated fan. And also, even if they're still on TikTok, it's going to be harder to get a TikTok viewer to kind of take action and join your game, for example. It's going to be a lot harder because they're stuck in that, loop of like, ooh, 3-second video, 3-second video, 3-second video. They're stuck in that loop of those really short attention span type content. It's harder to get people to take action on joining your game on TikTok because they just aren't as engaged and they aren't as willing to swap platforms, in my experience. So, awesome. So next, let's break down some more information on building a dev channel. So a lot of you have seen that there are a lot of dev content creators who are blowing up right now. There's many different types, and there's so much content that can be made in this space, and it's only just getting started now. A few years ago, I remember that there was really only a few main dev creators. There's RoBuilder. He's in chat right now. What's up, RoBuilder? And there was the Dev King. There was Alvin Blocks. There was also iNewbie. iNewbie was very successful. This actually might have been even earlier, around 2018. And yeah, so there really weren't that many dev content creators just a few years ago. There were not many at all, at least really large ones. And now is the time where we're seeing tons of dev content creators show up. There's so many I can barely even count. Like I don't even know how many there are anymore. There are so many, and still there's not that much competition. If you were to get started with dev content, you would probably be able to grow very well. If I can give you an example of this. So in Scripting Secrets, we have somebody who actually started a dev channel. His name is Sea Dragon. He started his dev channel, and within a few videos of starting a few videos, he had a video that got over 280,000 views. And it was about he was reviewing a game, talking about how a game was using gambling psychology or something on Roblox. He's breaking that down. And yeah, so he did well very quickly. So it shows that you can start and you can get a lot of views very quickly. It is not as difficult as it may seem. And there's many people blowing up right after starting their dev channels right now. Yes, video on Saul's RNG. Now, let's talk about, okay, so we've talked about how do you start your dev channel, especially in terms of educational content and solving problems for your past self. We talked about that earlier. Then we talked a bit about some of the opportunities, some of the examples of how dev content can and has worked very well for many people, including me, and also Sea Dragon, our community member. And now let's talk about some monetization opportunities and benefits you can get if you start a dev channel. So one huge benefit, obviously, is getting views and building a community. If you start a dev channel and get views, you can start to build a community, and with that, you can promote games to them. I kind of discussed this earlier, but you can promote games. There's many different ways. There's a lot of people out there who make devlogs, for example. Devlogs are where you show the process of your game in kind of a storytelling format. You make it engaging, and you build up hype for your game release. A good example of this, RoBuilder does devlogs. These are really good. He talks about his dream game. Many of you guys have seen that. And that's a great example of building up hype for your game before it even releases with a dev channel. And that is a great aspect of it. And there's also other ways that you could promote your games. For example, you could share the lessons you've learned from making your game. I've kind of done this on SmartyTalks with Myro. I'm working with him on a game right now called ABR. We've talked on SmartyTalks about lessons. So we have taken the lessons we've learned from making our project, and we've shared them to people. And that also, thing is, they get those lessons, but also we're promoting the game. And now all those people know about the game. So it's a win-win. So a dev channel can be such an excellent way to build a community and then promote your games to them. I know that I'll be doing this a ton with the upcoming projects I'm working on, And yeah, it's amazing. It is such a good opportunity for that. And I think compared to a lot of other marketing methods on Roblox, it's one of the best, because as I said, there's very little competition to what there will be in even the near future. There's not much competition. It's a very good opportunity. There's many people blowing up, and yeah, you could next for sure. Another benefit. So we've talked about the views, the community building, and the promoting your games. Now let's talk about the monetization aspects. So if you were to start a dev channel, then you could really monetize in a lot of different ways. Now, of course, there's promoting your game. Through promoting your game, you can have people buy game passes, you can have people get shirts, you can have people get subscriptions in your game, you can have people get developer products, and obviously that is one great way to monetize with your dev channel, but there are others. See, if you look at the entire Roblox YouTube space, there are a lot of people and there's a lot of different creators, and most of them are in gameplay content. Most creators make gameplay content. There's not many people in the dev content space. Even if it seems like it, there's really not that many compared to the gameplay creators. So gameplay creators, though, they have a huge problem when it comes to monetization, in my view. And the problem is that with gameplay content, you don't really have that many opportunities to monetize as you would if you made a dev channel. If you're playing Brookhaven, it's going to be a lot harder to make, say, a 40-minute guide like I did for scripting. It's going to be a lot harder to make a long guide that can get a lot of ad revenue, for example. If you're playing Brookhaven, like the 40-minute guide to Brookhaven, nobody really needs that so much. There's a lot more opportunity for ad revenue in dev content, but also something that a lot of people don't realize is that there's also a huge opportunity to sell development assets and sell products related to development. This is huge. So if you were to start a dev channel, then you really could take assets that you're making for your games and you could turn them into asset packs, and you could sell them on a place like Clearly Dev, which we discussed in the latest video. Great way to make money on Roblox. And you can promote your Clearly Dev page on your dev channel to people who watch. So the reason why this is so profound is because, say you already did the steps we talked about before. Say you're building up views, you got a good amount of views on your channel. Say that you're getting a strong community, they like what you're putting out, and you've given a lot of value to your viewers. If all this is in place and you've given so much value, you've made your channel just a fountain, a waterfall, a flood of value, now your audience is going to really be very likely to want to buy from you. And if you can make some good assets, or make, say, even some, maybe even an ebook or video, a course similar to what I've done, there are a lot of different ways you could monetize your dev channel. And since you've built a channel where you solve problems for people, for other developers, then you're giving them value, which means that they're going to be very likely to want to get more value by buying from you. So this is another huge way to monetize a dev channel. And it's great because you're also helping other devs with what you're doing, with what you're selling, and all your videos as well. So yeah, the huge reasons to start a dev channel. It is one of the biggest opportunities on Roblox, in my opinion, right now. And it's also one of the biggest opportunities to grow your games and to monetize your creations and to build a community. Huge opportunity for all of that. It's huge. So in just a moment, as I said earlier at the start of the stream, we're going to have some top dev content creators join in and answer some questions and answer some of your questions. These creators come from, they're in my networking server, DevCreate. And DevCreate is a server that has a lot of dev creators who are growing their channels insanely well. And there's RoBuilder in there, there's Scroof, there's RoDev. There are a lot of people doing amazing things with their channels. And we're gonna have some of them on here in just a bit to answer some questions. So yeah. Now, once you have a good amount of subscribers and a good amount of views and a good amount of videos on your channel, you actually could join DevCreate. So that's another thing. That's another opportunity. Because say that you grow your channel and you have that foundation. Now, if you were to join DevCreate, then you have a whole network of other creators who you can collab with and share advice with and get advice from. And you can speak to me, you can speak to a whole bunch of people in there. So with that, you can expand even more. So I'm telling you right now in this stream the exact process you can do to start and grow a dev channel, why it's so important that you do, and then also the benefits right now and the opportunity of DevCreate. So DevCreate is huge. I see DevCreate as the epicenter. It's going to be the epicenter of this niche in a way. Basically, DevCreate is the only place where dev creators can network at the moment. It is a super good way to find connections. And after you find connections in DevCreate, you can really expand a lot more. Say, take Scroof, for example. He was in there and he actually found some connections in there. And after that, he made the 6 devs make a game without communicating. I believe he had the first video in that series. It went crazy viral, hundreds of thousands of views. And a lot of those people who were in that video, he had met in DevCreate. So yeah, huge opportunities all around. And I'd be really excited for you if you got in DevCreate, if you grew your channel, and if you were able to do something similar, because DevCreate, huge way to do that. So next we're gonna have some people in here, as I said, from DevCreate, who will discuss a lot of advice on this topic. So yeah, let's get them in here. At Cash, at Scroof. All right. I'm pinging them now. We're gonna get them in. In the meantime, I'll answer some of your questions right now in the chat about dev content creation. I see a lot of you are asking about development topics. I would love to answer those next stream. And this time we're talking about strictly dev content. So if you have a question about that, let me know and I can answer. Yo, what's up?
What's up?
What's up, Cash?
What's going on, bro?
What's going on? So, basically, we're gonna. Do you guys know Cash? Have you guys seen Cash's videos? Cash the King YT.
What's up, guys? I'm on a lot of Roblox YouTubers videos like Zonic, RoDev. Collab with a bunch of people.
Yeah. Hey, Scroof.
Here's my arch enemy, Scroof.
Your arch enemy.
Yeah, me and Scroof got we got some serious beef.
Oh yeah. Man. This is gonna be interesting then. All right, I'm gonna link the.
I actually got any game swaps for Scroof.
I'm gonna link the stage for SmartyTalks, so you guys can join in. It's in general.
Alright, hold up. What is this for? What are we doing right now?
So basically, I'm just gonna ask you guys some questions on live to help dev creators, new dev creators, grow their channels.
Okay.
All right.
Nope, I see it.
You guys in?
Alright, no, one second. I'm loading in.
All right.
Let me see.
Wait, shows what mic am I actually using? Am I using like a good mic? 'Cause I have another mic.
I'm not sure. How do they sound to you guys in chat? Can you let me know how does Scroof and Cash sound?
Oh, you're on a live stream. I got so confused at what the heck you're trying to do right now.
We're live, yeah.
Wait, I don't
No,
think I don't think I'm in your server.
Oh, hello, all viewers and all that.
Let me join your server.
All right, they sound good. Okay, yeah, because last time it was really disappointing because I remember we had RoBuilder on, and I went back and watched, and he was so quiet. I was like, dude, no way, because we had to stream for hours like that. But is what it is.
Oh yeah, I remember the RoBuilder one.
Yeah.
Okay, how do I verify?
Bro, this guy is way tall. What the heck?
All right.
Oh, I like this place. This guy kind of cool. Did you make this?
Yeah. Tempered vibes. All right. Cash, are you in game?
Wait, I don't mind
Where's
the username.
where's a link?
What's your username?
Alright, hold up.
It's Cash the King.
All right, cool.
Oh, 40 people are watching. Dang, I'm
40
watch.
people. Yep, they're ready. They're waiting for the secrets.
Yo, the Phoenix guy. I remember you.
Phoenix Boss. Yeah, that's
All
my
right.
friend.
He shows up everywhere, and I don't know how he's somehow everywhere.
Yeah, he kind of just he follows
Exists. Who is Cash? He spelled your name wrong too. Oh, I see me.
Who's
on
more
there.
relevant right now, Scroof or Cash the King?
Hey, I haven't done much on YouTube lately. I've been working on games, so like I'm still probably more relevant, but like less of
Really?
I have less of a lead.
Cohen's in the chat.
All right. Are you guys in game? It's in general and dev create.
Wait.
I'm in the game.
Am I able
Alright.
to join this or no?
Huh? Yeah, you can if you want. We're live right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So we're just gonna have questions about growing a dev channel in just a moment, but I'll need you guys to join in
Game link?
the game link. It's in dev create in the general.
Oh, Dev Create.
Alright. I joined.
All right.
Oh, Bloxy, what's up, Bloxy?
Yeah, what's up?
I feel like I saw you somewhere right before this.
Yeah.
I think I just let everyone on.
Yeah.
There's some
Oh,
like
I can go on the
smoky guy.
stage. Hey.
I got
No,
out
I want
of
to get in
that
front of the camera.
thing.
Hold up. Let me check. Am I on the?
I think so. So okay. So now
I'm
I'm
just sit
seeing
here.
everyone in here.
Hola, we just finished our podcast. Sorry.
You did? Awesome. Well, we're live right now on another podcast.
Oh, this is cool. We have like mics
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah, awesome.
Oh,
I,
you're
good.
actually
Okay,
here.
I have a much better avatar than you. Oh, actually, well, maybe not Smarty, but and maybe actually no. Bloxy has a cool avatar. Cash has a generic avatar.
Wait, what are you trying to say, Screw?
I'm,
Hey, what are you trying to say right now?
I'm trying not to offend everyone.
Challenging my my aesthetics right now.
Are you in the game?
Yes, I am.
Or y'all in the game?
Oh, my dog
wait.
is barking. I'm gonna be gone for like 10 seconds.
I might not have
Thanks.
the best avatar, but let's see who has the better channel right now.
Yo, thanks
Alright,
Cone
y'all in the
for the
game?
$2 donation. He said,
All right, I'm back again.
glorp gleep oblorp schlorping. What does that mean?
This is gonna be strangest stream.
All right, it's gonna be good. So we're just gonna ask some questions about dev content, and yeah. So
Can I
first,
go
you
this
guys,
direction?
can you guys?
Oh, I can't.
Okay, first first let's sit down at the table, and then
Sitting down.
yeah. So
dang it.
I'm just gonna have each of you guys introduce yourself, and yeah. So Cash, would you like to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Awesome.
So what's up, guys? I'm Cash, also known as Cash the King. I'm better than Scroof, as everybody's gonna know.
No.
I
That's
am.
some those are lies.
It's actually 100% true. Bloxy right here can vouch. So
Yeah.
I got into Roblox Studio content back in like I think 2020, and I did a bunch of tutorials, and I kind of learned how to script and stuff that way.
Mhm.
And then I continued on doing tutorials until pretty much around to the start of this year, and I started doing like purely entertainment videos. One of my biggest ones right now is right here with Bloxy. We did a game swap, and I'm also in like a bunch of other people's channels. So like if you go to Scroof's channel, you'll see me in some of his game swaps. RODEV, I'm definitely in a lot of his, and Zionic.
Awesome.
That's basically it.
I'm pretty sure his name's Zeontic. That's just
Zeontic.
It used to be Zionic, but now
Zeontic or
it's
Zionic?
He changed it.
Zionic.
What?
No idea.
Awesome. Awesome, Cash. Yo, what's up? We're
Smoky
live
Zone.
right now, by the way. Bloxy.
Yeah, so I'm Bloxy. I have done like modeling for 2 years, and
Awesome.
I've just started doing like Roblox studio content like 2 months ago. But I've been in other channels as well, like on Cash and Scroof's channel.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Scroof.
Hello, my name is Scroof, as you guys probably know from just looking at the username, but I do YouTube and stuff, and lately I haven't been doing too much YouTube. I've been working on games, but I did do YouTube, and I'm basically, the only reason people know about me is because I did these things called the Zero Communication Challenges,
Yeah.
which if you've done anything on YouTube for developer for Roblox, you'd know about them. And actually, Cash has been in quite a few of them. Kind of brought the team down a little bit, but you know, Cash just does that type of stuff. And then
I was in the most viewed. Don't even question that.
that. Well, you weren't the only one in it though.
I was also in
Anyways,
it.
Check the comments.
So, anyways, yeah, I do that on YouTube, and then that's like the main thing I do. But I also do sort of just like random challenges. I do like a lot of those 1 hour challenges, like making a game in 1 hour, and yeah, that's basically me. Also, I like the color purple.
Awesome. All right. I actually mentioned you earlier in the stream because
Hey.
you basically started that trend for Roblox, and I was talking about how that was like one of the biggest collabs that partly came out of Dev Create.
Yeah, I definitely didn't steal the idea from Blackthorn Prod. I would never do such a thing as that. I don't-
And it kind of started like a wave in the dev content space.
Oh
Like
yeah,
it
a lot
started
of
a
people
wave.
started doing it. I remember.
Yeah.
I think, and then I stopped doing it for a while, and then Rodev came in and just started doing them.
And Zionic.
Oh yeah, is that Zeontic? Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, actually, pretty much everybody in the entire Roblox. studio.
Yeah.
I take full credit. Oh, it is Zionic, not Zeon. I kept saying with a T. Huh.
Oh yeah, I changed it.
You gave us
Okay.
you gave us all this competition.
Oh yeah. Competition starter.
All
This
right,
is why we're huge enemies.
because he brought in more competition.
No, because he didn't pay his devs for the videos.
Oh dang.
I mean, I didn't pay people.
Well-
I asked them if they wanted to do it for free, and they said yes.
Oh man.
I
You did
didn't.
too.
Well, Cash, have you been paid in any of the videos? Rodev?
Oh yeah, Rodev, I'm paying like all of them.
Oh really?
Oh, it's
He doesn't?
Cone. Cone, I remember you.
Oh yeah, he was in there. He's
You're
in
on
chat.
YouTube.
Is he in Dev Create? I think he is, right?
Yeah, constant dev create.
Let me ping him and see if I can.
Awesome.
Ping him.
Yeah, because he
Okay,
could join
he's
in
in
for
there, yeah.
sure. Yeah, so
Get code bro too. He's available.
we're about to add a lot more competition here because we're going to give advice to these creators in chat, or these people who might be thinking about starting dev channels. So yeah. All right. So I've the first question for you guys, and we can start with whoever wants to go first. This
Probably change
question.
my microphone. Hold up.
All right, no worries. This question is, what's the number one piece of advice that you'd give to anyone looking to start a dev channel? So we can have whoever wants to go first.
Okay, I'll go first.
All right.
I'd say
Awesome.
probably the number one thing is to just have a good idea, and then like if you're like well, I mean, I guess it depends on if you actually like know how to do Roblox Studio. If you know like how to script and all that, and you just like want to start a channel, then I would say number one thing you should do is do those 1 hour challenge, 1 hour videos. Those are really good. Those get views. They're easy to do since it's like an hour, and editing is also relatively easy. It's not like some heavy duty like I made a game in a week or something like that, where you have to like get footage and all that. It's just like 1 hour's worth of kind of scripting or anything like that. Then the number one thing you should do, which is what I actually did, is I actually did a learning to script in 50 days. I only got around to doing the first week of that, but the first video actually did relatively well, and I mean, it can help you learn a script as well as getting better at like editing and all that. So that's what I would recommend doing.
Awesome. All right, Bloxy.
All right, I'll go next.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
you can go.
All right, so I think that Roblox content in general, it's less about Roblox and more about YouTube. And if you know about the YouTube algorithm, it's pretty easy to actually make videos that get popular. And you're not always going to have a really popular video from the start. You need to just be consistent, post quality content, and just be entertaining. But if you want to take another route, you can also just, do tutorials and stuff. Like people like Crusher Fire, or like most people just start out with tutorials in general. But I think if you really want to start a channel, go with long form content, not shorts. Do entertaining Roblox videos. Just try to be entertaining and unique. Don't really, like, I see a lot of people not being unique and just copying other people, and you'll get far with it only if you're entertaining, because like you have to have a personality too. You can't just be like boring. But yeah,
Agreed.
that's kind of all I got to say.
Awesome. All right.
Yeah, be yourself.
Cash
Don't
said
be
everything I
someone
was
else.
about to say.
All right.
Cash stealing other things. Whoa. Cash just can't stop stealing.
You gotta
I mean,
have.
we're in this together, Blacks. We're making like every video right now together.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but yeah, it's like being unique and being entertaining is like the big two things.
Awesome. Any advice
yeah.
on how do you be entertaining and unique in your videos? Would you say?
Don't try and change. Like just sort of record yourself doing whatever it is that you're doing, and I mean, you obviously got to be a little bit more, excited than maybe normal, but yeah, be yourself.
Awesome.
Yeah, be yourself.
I've noticed a lot of people, they get a huge following just from like kind of talking to the viewers. You don't have to disguise it as anything. You don't have to pretend like you're something you're not. Just pretty much just chill, act like you're just a normal person, and you'll be a good personality on YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I were to give number one piece of advice I would give to anyone looking to start a dev channel, I would say, personally, I say this all the time, it's to just start. Because a lot of people, and I know this happens to me a lot in a lot of things, a lot of people will sit here watching video after video after video on how do I grow my channel. We'll sit there watching just endless content. We'll even read books looking for information, just looking for a secret we need to really do well, when the answer you're looking for is simply to just start. And sometimes maybe we're sitting there planning, we're overthinking, we're over planning what we're going to do, and the answer is to just start. And maybe other times we are scared even of starting. That's something I talked about with Modern Chris at length on the stream we did with him. And the thing is, pushing past that fear is going to be the best thing that you can do. Just start. This is what I say. Anyone who wants to start a dev channel, just start. Number one piece of advice. So
yeah, I can agree with that.
awesome. Yes. So next thing I would say is, okay, so the next question is, what is the number one lesson that you learn in doing a dev channel? And we can start with whoever wants to go first.
Volunteers.
I mean, I learned how to make money, I guess.
I like
How
that.
to monetize everything.
I mean, I can probably go first. My channel is like the most recent one, I guess. And already I've seen like a bunch more opportunities that I've gotten than with my other channel, which I made like 4 years ago. So there's a lot more opportunities and stuff inside the Roblox Studio niche.
Wait,
Then-
are we answering questions from the Jack? Some guy has a question. A guy named Super Beast? I don't know.
Good
You guys
question. We'll answer those in a bit. We'll answer those after the main questions I have,
Alright.
and then we'll answer the chat ones. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Cool. Who's next in this question?
I'll go next. So I think the best lesson that I learned how to teach people a lot, because I started out with tutorials and I taught people how to script, and from that, not only did I learn how to code in general, I also learned how to like just make games, make connections with other Roblox developers, and overall just like learn how to grow into a new niche. And I think that was the most important skill, because now I can use that, branch off into other game engines, and I'm actually doing that right now, branching into other ones instead of Roblox. But along with that, you can just use it for your entire life. I mean, it's fun too.
Love it. Yeah, I agree. All right. Did we get everyone for that question?
Screwfab hasn't said anything.
All right, ready, Screw?
Oh, Screw's muted.
Is he muted?
Oh, I was talking to myself, I guess.
Oh, no.
Whoops.
It happens.
I was saying, you can learn how to make money. Did I say that on here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's basically what I've learned. Well, I mean, I've learned how to code, I guess, which is good, and that helps you with stuff. But really, the number one thing that I actually use a whole lot is how to make money out of stuff that normally you can't make money out of.
Love it. Yeah.
I guess I don't know. That's all I could think of, really.
Awesome. Yeah, I agree. And what I'd like to add on for that is that, yeah, I've had the same experience as you guys, and yeah, it is a good money making opportunity. I was talking about this earlier on the stream. I had like a whole segment where I was talking, dude, if you're somebody who makes Brookhaven videos, you have like no way to make money compared to dev content. With dev content, there's so many different ways that you can monetize it. There's so many different ways that you can earn off of it. It is amazing. You can sell assets,
you
all
can
kinds
start
of
like asset stores. You can also just make your own games, I guess,
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
which is what I'm doing.
Awesome.
I have like another channel with 50,000 subscribers. I get as much money as I get from that channel in a month than what I get with my new channel in a day. So
Wow.
Oh,
I think
actually,
it's really about building a community.
yeah.
Like I see
Yeah,
so many
it's-
people just build a community on YouTube, and it boosts into their Roblox games, and you just make so much money from it. It's actually crazy.
and people will play your games. Like if like I make a game, right? All I have to do is like post, hey, check out the game I played. Post a link, and boom, all of a sudden, a whole lot of people are gonna play the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's also good
Tons of
to
views.
kickstart whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's an asset store or a game.
I agree.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I discussed that a lot in the first segment. I discussed that a lot because yeah, it is a really good way to promote your games, and that's a huge reason why I think a lot of the people watching might want to start a dev channel, because you can promote games, and also in a lot of ways, it's getting harder to promote games in other ways. Like, if you want to do the normal ways of Roblox, it might be a
They're
little bit
taking out
harder.
Ads, I think, right?
Hmm?
No more ads, I think, right? They're taking out ads.
Yeah, they've changed them a
just saw
little.
your ads now.
It's a different system.
Yeah. I
They-
think you can only sponsor or put them in game. Soon you're not gonna be able to like put them on the side anymore. I think.
Yeah.
That's what I read.
think it's like a USD system now too.
The new ad system though is really great though.
Is it?
The US.
Yeah, my friend has like used it, and from like 8,000 Robux has gotten 140 active at the same time.
Oh wow.
It's pretty good actually. I spent over 20,000 Robux advertising my game, and there wasn't even like 3 people on at one time. But I think YouTube definitely
Wait,
helps
which
with
game? Which game?
advertising. It was Mega Ramp Insanity. It was kind of
What
like,
on earth? I haven't seen that.
yeah, it was kind of stolen from GTA or Fortnite or wherever you think it came from. It was actually fun, but it just didn't get any players because there was no community around it.
Awesome.
We've talked a lot about the pros of Roblox development stuff, but there are definitely some cons. One of them being that once you're in the niche, you can't. It's hard to expand out. Like,
Yeah, I tried that. That didn't
yeah.
work. That did not work at all.
Yeah, but there's definitely some cons. Like, I mean, once you're in Roblox, that you can only go so far because it's Roblox. Like we've seen a lot of people try to imitate Danny. I mean, I think a lot of game developer YouTubers definitely take after YouTuber Danny, just because he was so great. But I think
Oh yeah,
you
when
can
is
only go
Danny
so
coming
far.
back, bro? He gotta come back soon.
Oh, he's never coming back.
No, he's dead.
But it's
Yeah.
hard to branch out.
I would kind of challenge that a bit because I think that, like for me personally, and also for like RoBuilder, we've been incorporating like interests into our videos. I think you can incorporate different things. You just have to be strategic about it, and if you gradually kind of increase what you talk about, so like I kind of bring in like, oh look, this is like business concepts and mindset stuff. Here's how you can use that on Roblox, or like RoBuilder, he'll show like motorcycles, and then he'll connect that into his game.
Oh yeah, I've noticed that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes gradual change if you really want to collect more like a bigger audience. But overall, I think if you started out and like just a general game engine, making like just a general game, you have more opportunity. I'm not saying Roblox is bad, but I do think it is kind of tough to just expand. You have to do it really slowly and gradually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the next question I have is, or actually, I would like to add one thing. I think you guys did mention the fact that you learned scripting and all that. I would also say that through doing tutorials and stuff and through making those, you actually get better at those skills. You get better at scripting.
Yeah,
you get
that
better at
seems
building,
cool.
modeling. You get
No,
better
if
at
you
it.
teach if you teach something, you get better at it.
Yeah.
So like, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so that's a benefit.
I would recommend so many people, if you want to learn scripting, what I kind of did to learn is I would just I got to like a point after learning for like a week or something like that where I would just make videos for fun and teach people how to do it. So not only to teach like beginners like me, but also just to kind of teach myself. And I think if you guys know who ByteBlocks is, he kind of did the exact same thing. And you learn so much faster when you're teaching other people because you have to teach yourself once, but then you also have to teach someone else. So it kind of just helps you memorize everything too. It's a really great learning technique.
Yeah.
It
I learned
is.
it from what's his name? Gnome Blocks. That's how I learned Album Blocks and Gnome Blocks. So if you're learning how to script, I recommend those guys. Those guys are really good.
Oh yeah, they are some of the OG YouTubers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those guys are real good.
Yeah. So the next
Teaching.
the next
I'm not
question.
a scripter, so I used RoBuilder.
RoBuilder's awesome too. Next question is, what do you think about development content and its future on Roblox? So where do you think it's going? Because right now it's growing a lot. It's bigger than it's ever been. We were talking about, say, the Dev King, Alvin Blocks, RoBuilder, and Gnome Code.
Oh yeah, we just hit a big spike too, I think.
Really?
Like, yeah, like all the views
Oh,
for
yeah.
development went up for like a month, and now they're like going back down again.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's increasing,
Yeah.
but we also had, you have to take into consideration what like events in the world. So we had like
Yeah.
pretty much most people in the United States had spring break at that time, so you definitely get a lot more views during then. And then you have like summer, you have people off of school, they can spend more time game development, watching YouTube in
And
general.
yeah, YouTube.
And I think Roblox, it's gonna have, it has a lot to grow on. Like it has potential. Not to sound like I'm not gonna say that, but it definitely has some potential to grow. But I feel like you kind of have to be entertaining until Roblox finally gets more devs.
Yeah, I agree. And I think you can grow really well with strictly, the educational content. But yeah, the more that your the more that your content is entertainment, the more that you can grow, because most players on Roblox, they don't make games, but you can get a lot of views in dev content even with that. If you make it entertainment, you can make Roblox Studio entertaining, and if you can do that, well, you can make it interesting for people who aren't even developers yet.
That's for sure.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, who's next on this question? Or future of dev content?
Let me think.
Yeah, I can say something. I mean,
Awesome.
probably like what we got right now will be really changed in a year,
Mhm.
most likely. Like all of the challenges that we have now, I don't think we're gonna do them a year later.
Well, actually, I mean, with the hour challenges, I don't think those are going anywhere.
No, but like they will be changed though. Like they won't be the
Yeah.
same.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Because we're just kind of following trends right now, like with all of the no devs or devs no communication videos. That's just a trend that we are
Yeah,
on,
I think
basically.
that's going away soon. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
so
definitely- people have seen it so many times,
Yeah.
especially with
There's
Ro
like
Dev.
50 videos out with it.
exactly.
You can post a
So-
video like up to 3 times before it really starts to decline. So if you really want to make good content, honestly, I think devlogs are the most beneficial form of content that you can make, because you have a community around that game, so you get monetization that way and advertisement, and then you also have content that you're making at the same time. And devlogs never go away. People love to see
Mhm.
progress.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, and with devlogs, I mean, you're making a game, so you got a game going and you got videos going for you. So you got it's 2 for 1 basically.
Yeah.
And it turns game development, instead of a chore, into like a hobby and a job at the same time. It's awesome.
Yeah.
True. So, yeah. So what I think about dev content and its future on Roblox, I would say that it is definitely going to be expanding more. I think it's going to be very big, and you can see right now it's starting to grow. There's a lot more creators than there ever were in dev content. As I said earlier, there's a few years ago, I remember there were not that many people at all in dev content, and now we have a ton. So really, like, it's a huge opportunity, and it's only just beginning. In if you were to get started now, you're very early, very early.
Yeah, I think some of the whole like more developer YouTubers and stuff is partly just because Roblox itself has expanded so much, so more people actually like are know about it and like are actually trying to do stuff on it.
Yeah.
So as long as Roblox keeps growing, the development community is going to keep growing because more people are going to see value in it.
100%. So the next question is, what is one video that you made that taught you a lot about dev content creation? And what did you learn from that video? It could be a viral video,
I have a really good
etc.
one.
All right, cool.
So my most recent video I made with Bloxy, and before I made this video with him, I was getting like 1,000 average views, so wasn't the best for an 8K subscriber channel. But after I made this video, it was long form. It was like 9 minutes long, I think, and also it was just like a natural video. Like we didn't have to fake anything. It was just kind of our reactions on making like a fun game together. And then we would swap the games, and people like to see it. And that video got 150,000 views, and it had pretty good retention. So overall, I think it just helped me know how to kind of like keep the viewers intrigued through just being natural.
Mhm.
Yeah. I can kind of agree with that. I mean, my biggest video right now as well, like, I was just trying to be myself, and it went really well. What's this guy's name? Project Supreme watched the video and reacted to it as a video. So
Oh, awesome.
it was really done.
Well, for me, probably the most like beneficial development video is probably the ones that are the like I said, the 1 hour challenges. Those I really like those, because I mean, you learn how to do stuff, and you learn how to do it like quickly, which I mean you have to in like a 1 hour challenge. And so it's also really rewarding, because like you make a game in an hour, and then you look at that and it's like, wow, look what I made in an hour. Because you can make a lot in an hour, which some people take for granted. You can make more than you think in an hour, I guess.
True.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I would say for me, the video that taught me the most would probably be the easiest beginner guide to Roblox scripting, because this video, I remember I literally, it was the best example, I think, of solving a problem for my past noob self with a video and making that into a success that helped a ton of other people with the same problem. I remember,
I watched that. That's how I learned. One of the
Awesome.
reasons I learned.
That's crazy. Yeah, it was, and I remember. So what I did was I took the problems I had, which was, okay, scripting was hard to learn. It was like everything was in a whole bunch of videos and a whole bunch of playlists, which I didn't really like. I took, there wasn't any motivation or like entertainment really so much in the videos. So I took all those and I said, okay, let's fix these problems and let's make a new video that solves all these problems and solve it for my past self. And that's what I did. So for like a month, I was like sitting there typing a script for this, thinking about every like detail, trying to make it just the best scripting guide I could possibly make. And yeah, so it ended up getting 2.6 million views and helped a lot of people. So I would say it really taught me a lot about how do you go about solving a problem for your past self, making that into a video, which is an asset for you and your channel that can both help a lot of people, earn a lot of money, and get a lot of views as well. And yeah, I learned a lot. And also something I think that was key was I also had, before I made this video, something that helped was like visualizing. I remember I think I had watched somebody talking about YouTube growth, and they said like visualize like the comments you're gonna get and like saying it's a good video and stuff like that. And I tried these kinds of things, and it actually helped. I think it actually helped, because it kind of tunes your brain into making a good video. You can kind of picture the views you want. You can kind of imagine like, okay, what's the video going to look like? You can kind of picture the thumbnail. And if you do that, I think visualizing is kind of an underrated YouTube tip, and I think that really helped in making it a success.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool how you can make a tutorial and then a year later you'll see other Roblox developer YouTubers on the same podcast with you.
Dude, that's true.
It's actually pretty trippy, because I think I might have actually watched that video now that I think about it.
Really?
Yeah.
But I might have. I can't really remember, but I do remember watching I think I saw videos from your channel, tutorials, back when I was like first learning scripting.
Hmm.
So that's actually pretty cool.
Dude, that is.
Yeah. Same.
If you go back to like my very first video, oh my dog's barking in the background. But if you go back to my very first video, like the one where it's like learning scripting in 50 days, in there said, I followed along to a tutorial by Smarty RBX, which is kind of cool.
Oh.
I think I misspelled your name. Or no.
No.
I misspelled your name, but it was you, so that's kind of cool. How I'm talking to you right now.
That's dope.
Yeah, I mean, I also watched like you and RoBuilder for
Oh, really?
my startup of making like development. So
Awesome. Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, Smarty's done a lot.
I would say it's similar to how, like, I had the same experience like yesterday, or not yesterday, it was a few days ago, but with RoBuilder on my podcast, it's like, wow, bro, I used to learn from RoBuilder as well. I used to watch RoBuilder a lot, and it was crazy because it comes full circle. If you make dev content, well, later you can meet the dev creators who you watched when you started. You really can, and it's crazy. It's really cool. And it was crazy to have RoBuilder on because it was like, wow, I never thought that I would have somebody who I used to watch so much and all that, and who has amazing videos and is one of the top creators in the dev niche on SmartyTalks. It's crazy. And on my channel, I don't think I ever really imagined that when I had started. And yeah, it's crazy how it comes full circle like that. And also, what else was I gonna add? Mind drew a blank, but yeah. So it's crazy.
It's kind of like just a development butterfly effect. It's so It's so cool to see that.
It is. Oh yeah, I was gonna add that. Yeah, same thing for Modern Chris. I used to watch Modern Chris a lot, and now me and Chris are friends. So the power of content creation and networking, insane.
Yeah, you meet a lot of people.
Yeah, definitely. And I think, yeah, anyone can do it. So next, let's answer some questions from the chat. So you guys, if you want, you can just pull questions out the chat, or I can. And yeah.
All right, here it.
Let's see here.
Wait, never mind.
This guy, Foggy Roblox says, how can I ensure quality content, especially for development? I would say just post consistently, have a schedule. If you post like once every 2 weeks and just spend a lot of time editing your videos and have like just a quality idea, a quality thumbnail, you'll have a good video in the long run. But also, you can't be afraid to just scrap ideas. I've had so many videos that I completely edited, the entire video was finished, and then I just thought this video is not gonna work, and I just had to scrap it. But in the long run, that's beneficial because it will just make your channel look better and work better. It's more about quality over quantity.
Yeah, I would add that like there's periods where you want to do quantity and focus on quantity. There's periods where you want to focus more on quality. I think when you start, like when you first start, I think it's really helpful to improve through doing a bunch of content, and then you'll finally start to get quality if you do an improvement of 1% each video. And I think that after you've kind of worked up to a certain point of quality, or after you've worked up to a certain point of quality, now you could maybe go into a period of doing high quality content, focusing on that, not doing as many videos, but just going crazy on making them as high quality as possible. That's kind of what I did before I made the easiest beginner guide to scripting. I was like, all right, I'm stopping all my videos. I'm not going to make as many, and I just focus on one video for 1 month. I was kind of taking the advice Mr. Beast says of like, make the best videos possible. It's better to get 1 million views on one video than 10,000 views on 100 videos. So I kind of took that advice. I slowed down and I said, okay, I'm going to make the best video possible. But I don't think that I would have really gotten to that point if I didn't first make a bunch of videos and improve that way.
For sure.
yeah.
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 And actually, the whole Mr. Beast thing, if you also, that's another place to go for YouTube advice. He has a lot of good advice. So
He is, yeah. He has some of the best advice. And also what surprised me was like, I think recently he said, like he came out and said, the fast-paced style of video doesn't even work. Like he basically said he was the one who started that style. Everyone was copy pasting it, And then now he's doing more slower pace, slightly slower paced, and he's like focusing on that over fast pace. And it's really funny how like I think his opinions hold like a huge influence over what every other YouTuber does. And if he changes something, everyone changes something. And it was funny.
He basically owns YouTube right now.
He does.
I also saw he was talking about the fast-paced videos and stuff, and he said that he really just doesn't like it at all, and it just takes away all the substance that YouTube used to have, and it is like brain rot at this point, what YouTube's become. So I'm gonna start focusing on just making quality long videos. There are YouTubers who do that. Like, if you guys know Nile Red, he had a video where he made like styrofoam into candy or something like that. He kind of just shows like a long process, but it's all about just being your personality and just being entertaining naturally instead of just forcing content into people's brains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have a new question in chat that we could answer. It's, what is the best tip you have to grow my channel? I suppose that's kind of a really general question, but I mean, just start. If you haven't started yet, just start. And we've discussed a lot of things that you could apply. I think one thing that you could do is if you haven't been succeeding in the algorithm, try once. Don't do this forever, but try once to hit search. That really helped me a long time ago, because if you can get found through search, some of those viewers might come back. Some of those viewers looking to solve their scripting problem, for example, they come back to my channel after watching the easiest beginner guide to Roblox scripting from search, and now they're a long-term viewer. So that's one way. If you're like really struggling, try to go to search, try making a video that hits search, and that can help.
If you post tutorials, you'll definitely get a lot of subscribers just from search in general. That's kind of how my channel started. I think I got to 4,000 subscribers just off tutorials alone, because I was good at teaching how to script and stuff, and people just liked my content, so they would subscribe. And they weren't even edited. They were just one run, how to script, whatever, and they were pretty easy to make. So that's kind of how I started my channel. But if you really want to boost your channel at this point, I've seen people literally gain 20,000 subscribers off of 3 videos just because they were super high quality, just amazing videos that were just unique. And you can do that too. It takes a lot of studying how YouTube works. It also takes some editing skills and some effort.
Definitely.
Yeah. We also got another question. How do you start your first game? I think starting your first game, you can't really think starting your first game is gonna be your dream game, or it's gonna even be a real game in general. I had 400 games on Roblox that were just base plates and stuff, and worked up from there. And I think I've had maybe 2 games come out of all of those, and that's because when I finally buckled down and started working on a game, I was able to make it. But I also know how to script and stuff, and how Roblox Studio works. So it takes a long time before you can get there, and you can't just go for the top possible game that you could make. You want to start simple. You want to make a game that takes almost no effort, but at the same time you also want to have other projects where you're trying to learn as much as possible so you can make your dream game eventually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also I think if you're building up to making a good game, something that can really help you is to take commissions. A lot of devs will go to commissions to earn Robux to fund those projects. And another thing that a lot of devs don't realize is that you can actually use commissions as a huge learning experience. If there's one developer who goes out there, this developer is his name Bob. He goes and he takes commissions and he only wants to make Robux. He goes and he makes all the Robux he can. But he doesn't focus on how are the people managing the game? How are they making it how are they managing the game that he's working on? You know, how are they commissioning him? They aren't focusing on the details of what they're doing to make the games that they're commissioning him on. Now, say there's another dev that his name's like, Timmy or something. He focuses really hard. Okay, he wants to make Robux, but he also focuses really hard on every single detail of how these developers are making their games. He looks and he's like, okay, when someone commissions me, what is the attitude that they come at me with their commission? Are they nice when they come send a DM saying that they want a commission? Are they like rude even? Do they have a team? How do they manage that team? And also he pays attention, okay, how does their team work? If he's inside their Discord or whatever, working on their game, how does their team work? How is their team managed? And also, how does the leader manage the team? Okay, he takes all this information from all these commissions. He paid so much attention, and then he's able to go and apply this to his project. And he also has the Robux from those commissions, but he also has so much knowledge. Timmy's going to make a game. He's going to have a higher chance of succeeding compared to Bob, who comes out of it with a bunch of Robux but doesn't understand how do I make my game successful based on what these devs did. And there's also a lot of commissions you'll take that maybe a game does better or maybe a game completely flops. You can kind of pay attention to what they do while you're on that commission.
Commissions are pretty cool because, I mean, as a starting dev, I did a lot of commissions, and they helped me learn how Roblox works in general, like how you take payments and stuff, and also just how to work with other people in games, how to just function in just off of a new game. Like, if you have a commission, you can go into a game and you just immediately start learning how the game works, how to function, and then you subconsciously use those ideas without even knowing it in your own Roblox game. So it definitely helps.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I think that was a mistake, because I think if you're going to, instead of doing a commission where you script like a ability or something in a game, you're gonna make money. But I think the most beneficial way is actually doing long form games, and instead of working for yourself in a long form game and hiring other people, you should work for somebody else who knows what they're doing, and then just follow alongside them. Let them tell you what to do, how to script a game, or tell you how like the game's gonna function and stuff. And they make it more realistic and practical for you to make a game and actually complete it. And eventually you're going to have all of that progress all built up, and you're gonna have a finished product along with it. So you're gonna make way more money because you actually have a like source of income, and then you continue making your own projects.
Mm-hmm.
What are your guys' opinions on commissions? Like, have you guys ever you guys have bad experiences with them? Because personally, I don't do them anymore. I kind of do my own thing.
Commissions is like the thing that made me learn modeling, I guess. Like, it's the biggest thing. I really don't do commissions anymore, just like for challenge videos. But yeah, I can get a lot of Robux by it, like really easily as well. So I think it's really cool.
I mean, for me, I don't actually do commissions, but like I hire people. Like I'm the person who pays for the commission, if that makes sense. So, like you guys would come to me for commissions, right? So, from that perspective, basically all the people that, okay, I can't talk, but if you are looking to get commissioned, or no, okay, wait. If you have a skill, right, and you're trying to get commissioned, what are people looking for? Well, I mean, what I look for is just if you can get the work done well and fast. That's like all you really need. Like for commissions, that's kind of what they're looking for, I guess. I don't actually know how relevant that is to what we're talking about, but that's my opinion on commissions, I guess.
So you're like
Awesome.
you pay people to work for your game.
Yeah.
And what did you like learn in total from that?
Uh, I guess how to like manage people. You
That
know,
makes sense.
how to know like how to actually get the game from nothing to like a working game. Which I mean, I failed at the beginning, but I've gotten better, and now I'm actually releasing games. So you just gotta keep at it, I guess.
Yeah, it definitely takes practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, Cash has worked on a few games that have kind of failed.
Yeah, you know, it. I mean, we started out like that. I mean, I wasn't like the. I mean, I was good at scripting, but I was still learning at the time, and you were also like learning how to script and stuff. So, starting out, your games are going to fail. Like that's definite. Your games aren't going to work out.
Or
But
videos and games.
Yeah, videos and games, they both fail because you know it takes practice. You have to learn from your mistakes. You don't be afraid to fail.
Mhm.
I think that's the biggest lesson to take away from this. Just keep trying because eventually you do get a good game. For example, Fancy Duck, he was a person who worked for Scroof, and I also worked with him on some of his games. And together, like the games never like worked out. But now Fancy Duck has a game that has 10 million visits on Roblox, with an active player base of like 10,000 people per day.
Amazing. I think back to commissions, I think something I'd like to add is that with a dev channel, you can actually promote your commissions. Something people probably don't consider about making a dev channel is that you can promote your commissions with it, and also you can, like with a game, you can get two sources of income on that commission. So like RoBuilder does this, for example, maybe not as much now, but he'll take a commission and he'll make a video on it, or he'll do a stream, and he gets both the ad revenue and the stream revenue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also a good way to promote your stuff, like Smarty said. I
Mhm.
mean, you can promote your commissions, but you can also promote like your games. So, like if you were to stream, you know, your game, right? Well, everybody watching the stream is going to want to join you. So all of a sudden, I mean, if you got 10 people watching the stream, well, that's 10 people in the game, and so you can kickstart it. Well, and same thing with commissions. You can do sort of the same thing for that. So then people
Mhm.
looking to commission you will see the stream and then see, like, you know, you're a builder, right? So they'll hire you because they saw the stream and they want to hire you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've gotten like a commission from Acro in the past few weeks. And I think that's from the YouTube channel. So that was really cool.
Awesome. Yeah, it is a good way to promote your commissions. And if you do a video on your commission, you get both the ad revenue and the commission revenue. So yeah, and same for
We
your
got a
games.
pretty good question in chat.
Let's hear it.
I have 0 subscribers, 0 followers. I have 35,000 Robux. Let's say I have a simulator that is a front page quality. Using the things I currently have, what is the best way to market my game?
Well, I mean, I've also been trying to like figure out strategies to market, so I mean, I'm still also learning, but one thing that I have noticed is that the best way to market a game is just to get YouTubers to play the game. So like, for instance, I've played a few games in the past that's been like, I played a subscriber's game and he asked for, you know, tips and stuff. And Ro Builder, he does that too. Like, he has a lot of videos where he'll play like subscribers games and give his
Mhm.
like thoughts and stuff on it. So you can probably, if your game is good enough, you can probably just shoot him a DM on, you know, Twitter or Discord or something and ask them, you know, send them a few good screenshots of the game, and then they'll be like, wow, that's cool. And then they'll be like, I want to play that game because, you know, it's a good game, it looks quality, and it'll get views. So then, yeah, just get YouTubers to play your game.
Yeah.
That's probably the best way to market anything right now, is just to get YouTubers to do something for it.
It's more like TikTokers right now though.
True, yeah. Get somebody
yeah.
in the media area, like somebody who
Yeah.
makes videos, whether it's YouTube or anything else really. Get them to make a
Yeah.
video on it, and then, assuming your game is good
Numbers.
enough, it should hold players, and then it should be good. So, yeah. But
I,
before you market, make sure your game is good, because then it will fail, and you've wasted money.
Yeah, you can't market without a good game, because, I mean, at least a fun game. I spent a lot
Yeah.
of time working with Monkey Dev. He's another YouTuber. He has like 20,000 subscribers, and he got a lot of them from this game called Unpaid Workers that he was making. And if you guys know Lethal Company, it's basically a Lethal Company kind of themed game on Roblox. And for a while, I worked on it, and I kind of learned how marketing works and stuff. I got a decent amount of Robux from it. Right now, the game isn't released yet, but instead of a commission, it was just a sort of long-term job that I worked with since like I think February. But I think the number one thing that I learned from working with like a large team of devs is it's not really about if you're good at scripting, or like whatever you do. It's actually about if you just stay determined and you get progress done every day to make a polished product.
Mm-hmm. All right, I have a question for you guys. What is your opinion on Dev Create, and how would you describe it to people who are in the chat? And what do you think will happen, like as it, as more Dev creators start and as they join Dev Create?
I think Dev Create is honestly great because we get to talk to pretty much all the other Roblox developers in our entire community, and it helps us share ideas and stuff. So that's cool. We can help boost each other and our own videos, and just grow the Roblox
Yeah.
content niche in general.
Yeah, I agree. Like, we can just send our opinions and stuff and get help by the others as well. I really used to like the thumbnails channel in the server a lot because I just need like opinions on
But
myself.
yeah, I love that channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. I would say, yeah, I like it because it's like Dev Create is a networking server. If you don't know, it's a networking server for dev content creators. It's kind of the epicenter of the niche, basically. And there's a lot of different creators in there. There's RoBuilder, Cone, GamerMate, me, Scroof, and Cone, and Bloxy, of course. And yeah, it's really good. We talk about a lot of stuff. We talk about advice for each other's channels. We talk about our thumbnails. We review each other's videos. We talk about secrets in dev content creation. And yeah, so it's huge. And after you have grown your channel to a good amount, which really the requirements are really low right now. If you just have, I think it's around like 500 or 1,000 subs, a few good dev videos up. Once you can get that, then you can join Dev Create and you can join us in there and network and do all that awesome stuff.
All right, I gotta go now. So goodbye, chat, and nice talking to you.
Awesome. Thank you for
bye.
joining.
Yep.
It's been good.
Yeah.
Distraction.
I should also probably leave. It's like 1 a.m. for me.
Shoot, 1 a.m. Dude,
Yeah.
extra thank you for being on then.
Yeah. No worries.
Squizzo's always coming in.
Later. Yeah, that was insane.
Yeah. Bye.
Thanks. Good stream so far.
Bro.
All right. Cool. Well, just us. So,
Yep.
yeah, so I guess we can answer more questions in chat. And yeah, so guys, let us know in chat if you have questions for me and Cash here. We have, we've talked a lot on this stream. It's been a great stream so far. We're going to keep it going for a bit. And yeah, we're going to talk about your questions. We've gone over so far how to start your dev channel, how to solve problems for your past self to make dev content and get a lot of views on that. We have talked about the monetization opportunities. Then we've interviewed several successful dev content creators, including Cash. We just had Cone I mean, not Cone, he was in chat, but we had Scroof and we had Bloxy on here, some very successful dev content creators. And yes, we're just going to continue talking about some cool stuff. If you're just joining in, awesome. There's a lot of value coming. And if you are new to the stream, I would highly recommend rewatching all of it later that you've missed, because it has been insane. It is basically an entire course on how you start a dev channel. I'm not even joking. That's basically what this stream is, and it's amazing. So let's keep going. So if you have questions, let us know.
We got Majestic Dev here. This is a really good question. If I haven't posted in a long time, how can I grow my channel back, since my most recent video has done 10x worse than any of my normal ones? Okay, so this is actually a really good question. I've seen this happen a lot to a lot of people. So if you don't post for a really long time and then you just post again, most of the time your video is going to do really bad, and it's just because you don't have a active community anymore. People just forget about you. So you have to just slowly grow it back. It's like working out consistently for a while, and you have you're strong, you have big muscles, but then you stop working out for, let's say, a month, and then you get weak again. And this is kind of what happens on YouTube too. You're just gonna lose a community, and you kind of just have to build it back. Don't lose hope. Your channel isn't completely dead. You just have to work it back and grow better.
I like that analogy too. It's good. And yeah, I think that if your channel is doing well and now it's dead, it is a problem about community. I remember before I had viewers who consistently came to my channel, it was a lot harder to get views. I was sitting there, I would upload a video, and it would take months before it got views. It would have to come through search. I had to wait a long time to start to get views. And then after I started to get a community, because I had made some very good videos that were very successful and gave a lot of value to people, after that, well, my channel started to have people coming back. Now I would start to have 1,000 views when I uploaded, and then that would increase 1,200, 2,000. And it builds and builds and builds until you have a consistent community who comes back to your content. It's really weird because when you start, you have nobody coming to your content. And I really empathize with that, because I remember for the longest time, for years, that's pretty much how my channel was. And then once you get that community, once you have, people who are starting to come back, you get people consistently coming to your videos on the upload, immediately after you upload. And sometimes you have to build that back up. So if your channel falls off, you're just going to have to be consistent, build that back up. My channel right now, I'm going to be honest, I got to get more consistent and build up more community.
Yeah, building up isn't just at the start of your channel. You have to know that once you build a channel, it's not just you stop there and you keep growing infinitely. No, you have to keep putting effort in to build it. Otherwise, you're just going to plateau, and you're just going to stay at one point.
Yeah. And you have to go.
We got more questions in here.
You have to be really able to be creative with it too. Sometimes people might get stuck in one type of content and they never change it. That can be a problem. And also sometimes people are on the other end of the scale, people are changing their content too much, and that doesn't work. So you got to find your balance.
Yeah, it's all just about finding your niche and what type of content your viewers like.
Yeah.
And also what content you like. If you're posting something that you just don't like making, then it's just going to be harder for you to make videos. So find your passion.
Mm-hmm.
We had another question in here. How old is too old to be a Roblox dev? I've seen Roblox devs be 6 years old. So you can be a Roblox dev at any age.
True. And you can be a content creator at any age too.
Pretty much, yeah. How do you make games that you like and other people like? So, this is actually a pretty tough question, but you just kind of have to find your community. Let's say you like Sonic, then you'd make a Sonic game, and there's a big community around Sonic the Hedgehog, so you could get fans from other games too, such as Game Fam, Sonic Simulator, stuff like that. You just have to find your community, find what games that you like, and make them. Like, pretty much just make a good game.
Yeah, I agree. I like that you mentioned community, because you're right. And I would add that, like, if you're in a community like Sonic or any community, you can chat with people in that community, see what they're talking about, see what topics they're interested in, see what problems they have. And if you can take all that, even write it down, you can take that information and you can find out a market gap. You can find out something that hasn't been made that would really help people in that community, or would really, it would really provide a good game for them that they want but isn't there yet. And market gaps, you got to look for market gaps. If there's any word you got to tattoo in your brain, it's market gaps. Because if you can find market gaps and fill them, then you can make successful games. This is what we did with Jimmy Games. We've gotten quite a lot of visits. They are meme games based upon memes. And memes can be a market gap. For example, there can be games that don't have that many memes. There can be memes that don't have many games on them. And if you fill that gap, if you make a game based upon that meme or whatever topic it is, well, you can get players. There's a lot of players out there. There's a lot of people who have demand for a certain type of game, but there's no supply. There are no games out there that are fulfilling that demand that the players have. Your job as a developer is to look at the market, like economically. In economics, you have supply and demand. And basically, if there is a lot of demand and not little supply, that's basically a market gap. If you fill that, dude, you can gain huge success from that. And many devs, I think, there's so many devs, like many of you guys watching, you probably put out a game before, you might have, and maybe it didn't do well. Well, a reason why could be maybe you aren't filling a market gap, or maybe you haven't paid attention to, like, okay, what are the actual economics of the platform? What is the supply and demand on different topics? And if you look at that, you can do a lot better. I think a lot of devs, they might not pay attention to this stuff at all, and it might be causing their downfall in a lot of ways. You got to look closely at the market gaps. And that could be in a specific community or in general.
I think market caps are definitely one of the biggest points of success when it comes to making a game. And also, you might believe, like when you're first starting on game development, here's one of the main differences between huge games and really small ones. So with your idea, you're thinking of an individual, and you're thinking, how do I make a game that somebody likes? Just one
Yes.
person likes. You have to fulfill the entire community, something that a giant group of people like. You're not making a game for just one specific person and with like a bunch of specific requests and demands. You're making something for something generic, but something also super creative, super fun, something that you would love to play. So what you want to do to really make a successful game is you want to think, what is there on Roblox? So if you're thinking, oh, I want to make a game, I think an obby would be easy. Well, think about Roblox. There's millions on millions of obby games, so it's not going to do well. It's really saturated.
Mm-hmm.
So what you have to do is you have to think, okay, let me make a better game. What would this be? And then you could be like, well, think of the game The Chosen One. They made a game that is about you being basically the admin in the server, and it has like a currency, which is time. I mean, it's just a really unique idea, and there's no game like that on Roblox, so it did really well. You have to just make a really unique game and make something that a giant group of people like. That's the main 2 points of a good game.
Yeah, I agree. And like, huge part of that is market gaps. Like you said, if it's an obby, oftentimes obbies are not a market gap because there's so many obbies out there. There might be a specific type of obby, or say an obby on a specific topic or trend that you could do it on. But in general, like if you're just making an obby, it's not a market gap. There's a lot of obbies out there, and there's just too much supply for it to be a market gap.
For sure, for sure. We got a really good question again. We have by Coex. How do I not give up? I always find myself giving up. So this question is about motivation. So this is actually one of the biggest problems. Even I face this. I feel like most people do face this problem, unless you're kind of a psychopath. But I think finding motivation is one of the hardest things about making a game. I mean, you might find motivation for, let's say, a couple days, and then afterwards, you just forget about the project. You're like, I won't work on it today. Maybe I'll work on it tomorrow, or I'll work on it Saturday. And then you just find yourself giving up on the project. I think the best way to motivate yourself, if you really want to, is make a game that is super easy to make, okay? It's so easy to find motivation if you know that the game's going to be good, it's going to be easy to make, and I see a lot of people making really easy projects, or if you just think the idea is like the best idea you've ever found in your entire life, then you'll have a lot of motivation, but you have to just self-motivate. You have to wake yourself up in the morning, set reminders on your phone or whatever, and just be like, get to work on the game. It takes a lot of self-motivation, and I've quit on hundreds of games myself. I've had hundreds of ideas and thought, you know what, I really want to make this game. It's the best idea I've ever had. And then a month later, I never work on it again. You just got to get yourself up in the morning and get to work and find time to work on it.
Yeah, I agree. We talked a lot about motivation on the last stream. We talked a lot about mindset. If you want to learn about motivation and all that, definitely check out the last stream because it'll really help you to get motivation. I would say as for motivation, yeah, it can be really hard. And something that you can realize about motivation that I've found through looking into like psychology and stuff is that you got to like learn what is motivation, how does it work, and how does it work like in the mind and all that. And what I've found is that there's a lot of different things about motivation. There's intrinsic motivation, there's extrinsic motivation. You know, there's internal motivation, and then there's motivation for things outside of you. And typically, if it's intrinsic, if you're self-motivated, yeah, it can be a lot more powerful. Now, something I've also found with motivation that's very key is that it's actually really related to influence. Say that you're selling somebody a car at a car dealership. What you're actually doing is you're trying to motivate him to buy the car. You're motivating a guy to buy a car. That is basically the same thing you do, except you are selling yourself on the action you want to take. You are, talking about what are the results I'm going to get from doing this. You're imagining the future from your game succeeding or your channel succeeding, etc. You're picturing this in your mind, and this stuff is going to allow you to feel ready to start. That's what motivation is. It's really about, in my experience, influencing yourself the same way you'd influence someone else and persuade them on your ideas or persuade them to buy a product, etc. It's pretty much the same process, except you're influencing yourself. And that's what I've found for motivation to be very helpful. And yeah, learning about it can really help too. Like learning about psychology, because it's psychology.
Yeah, for sure. I totally agree with that. You have to influence yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the same difference between, like, let's say you wake up in the morning, you're like, 5 more minutes, right? It's the same difference of you getting out of the bed and you staying in for 5 minutes. And I think the number one destroyer of motivation is doubt. Because, like, think of it this way. If you've made a Roblox game and you think, this game is going to be absolutely amazing. It's going to be the best game I've ever made in my entire life. I'm going to be a millionaire. And then a day later, you're like, this game's not going to go well. I can't believe I started this. Like, I'm doubting, like, this project is ever going to go anywhere. That is the number one destroyer. I'd rather have a finished product that doesn't do well than a product that just isn't ever finished and never reaches any potential, because most of the time if you just finish a project and then you can just work from there and start polishing it, it's better to do that in the long run, just to kind of get your project to just be out there. Like, finish your games, wake up in the morning, start working, and self-motivate. Influence yourself to finally start working and finishing your dream game.
I agree.
That,
Yo.
That's basically all.
We just had RoBuilder.
Oh, Road Builder, what's up?
What's up?
Guys,
How's it going?
it is going.
Awesome. Yeah, we're just you know, answering questions in chat. And yeah, if you want to join in, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'm down to chill for a little bit.
Cool. Yeah, I'm probably gonna run the stream for about. I kind of want to do like 20 more minutes because I don't want to have like a whole 6-hour stream again, but like maybe 20, 30 more minutes would be great. And yeah,
Yeah, for sure. How long have you been streaming for already?
I think this is about an hour 30, something around there.
I think hour 40.
Yeah.
100 minutes.
Yeah, so the dev create stage is in the general chat, by the way, if you want to join in. And yeah.
Oh snap! I'm gonna get kicked for an activity,
Really?
but I'll join.
All
You
right.
said it's only 20 minutes anyway, so
Yeah.
I will be good to go.
All right. RoBuilder's mic is low. Okay, let's see what we can do. I'll turn it all the way up on my screen.
Uh-oh, this could be horrible.
Yeah, it was low last time. Do you think you could try adjusting it on your end?
I could bring it closer.
All right.
How about this?
I think that's a bit louder.
You could try to go on Discord and raise it maybe, or it might be that.
What is this moving light in your game?
Moving light. Is there moving
Yeah.
light?
It's like... Oh, it's stuff floating around in the air.
Oh, weird. Oh, my bad. I must have unanchored parts.
No, like they're... I thought it like they seem intentional. Like they're floating. Like they're not just falling. Like just stuff is floating around. Oh, it's
Huh?
part of it's somebody's body. I think.
Uh-oh.
Random body parts.
What?
Oh, somebody must have a huge avatar or something with like crazy clothing on. Like
Oh,
some of
yeah.
that 3D
That-
clothing.
Yeah, it's got to be. Because now it's going crazy.
Yeah. All right, awesome. Yeah, so we've been talking about, okay, early in the stream we talked about dev content, how do you grow, how do you monetize, all that. We answered a bunch of questions on it. Now, for the last bit, we've been talking a lot about how do you like grow games, etc. I'd like to bring it back to dev content and just like the main advice that we can give to new dev content creators, and then that'll be like the topic for the rest of the stream, bringing it back. And then on future streams we should absolutely come back to the topic of game development. Now we can tie it in with the dev content. We can touch on it, like how do you promote games with your dev content, because I know RoBuilder, you're doing a lot. You're probably one of the best examples of how to do that. So yeah.
But I have no games with good player base right now, so we don't know. Like of course I've been promoting a game that I've been working on, but it's not out yet, so we don't know how that's gonna translate over.
True. And I think with dev content, it does build up like a really good dedicated fan base early though. So you do have some people, even if it's a small community, it's very dedicated
For sure.
with the devlogs. And yeah, so I guess we should start off. So like, let's circle back to this question, which is like, what is the number one piece of advice that you give to somebody who wants to start a dev channel?
Is their main focus growth? Like channel growth.
Yeah, we could say that. Yeah, their main focus would probably be growth.
All right, here we go. I'm ripping it off like a band-aid. Nobody knows who you are, and nobody cares. So you need to provide some sort of value that they need. I think tutorials are the best way to do this, because they're always going to search for tutorials. But if you do, I'm building a game with my friend, nobody knows you or your friend, and they definitely didn't type that into the search bar. So you need to find things that people are going to search, and then as your channel starts growing from those, you could start going into more channel relative stuff, like things with your friends or challenges or collabs, etc.
100%.
Yeah, I think a lot of people act like celebrities when they first start out, and it doesn't really work at all.
It's
Yeah.
like, yo, me, Jeff are gonna be building this simulator. Okay, another simulator, yay. Jeff, who is this? I'm interested, but not enough to click the video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. I think, yeah. Look, because the reason why they get in that is that they're trying to. I think most people, obviously, they're starting. When they start, they're watching the big creators, and they think that they got to learn directly from what the big creators are doing, whether that's Creekcraft, RoBuilder, the Dev King, anyone. They're starting from there, somebody who's big already, and then they're thinking they got to grow their channel from that. When actually, I've heard that in many fields, not just in this, in what we're doing, but in many fields, it's good to look at somebody who's just a bit ahead of you, look at what they're doing, rather than what the biggest people are doing right now, because they're so far ahead of you that their advice or their whatever they're doing right now might not work for you when you start. If they're doing gameplay videos with people they know, people already know who they are, they might not know who you are, they probably don't if you're just starting. So start with something that is, maybe even look at what people are doing who are slightly ahead of you. And when I was slightly ahead of you, if you're starting a dev channel, what I was doing was I was hitting search, as RoBuilder said. Hit search and give value.
I will say that correlates super well to game development. I've struggled with this as well working on my game since it's been a whole year, right? And people are expecting a lot. I look at the front page games right now, but if I look at them when they released, there is so much less good things about them. So when you're releasing a game, you're always like, okay, how can this compete now? Instead of how can I get this out and then make it compete later? So it's like, I don't know, so people try to finish a game and do all its updates before they release it.
Yeah, so you're saying that people like they try to finish like everything they want to do on their game before they put it out?
Right. So for the dream game, for example, just because that's what I'm working on now, there's so many things I want to have in it, right? The ability to buy and customize houses, garages, jobs, etc. But there's no need for all of that to be out right when the game comes out. Like, you need to leave yourself space for updates, because if the full game's out right away, people are going to play it for a while, cool, but I mean, there's not going to be any content after that, and they're not going to continue to play it.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is something that we kind of are doing on like ABR, which is a game we're working on right now. The thing is, like, we have a whole bunch of things we want to do, and we have a Trello, and we have a whole bunch of stuff in like an update section of the Trello that we aren't going to put this in at launch, but we're going to have these in updates, and those are planned out. And that's a really good way like to do it, because you're right, you don't want to put everything in. You want to have stuff that you can put in later. And also, I talked about this a lot, which is that, you know, it's good to put out a game that's almost practically unfinished, because then you can get feedback, you can make sure that what you're making is actually going to resonate. You don't want to make like a huge game and then put it out there. You put so much work into it, and now nobody likes it, and you've done so much work. So incrementally updating allows you to get more feedback at different times on the smaller chunks of it, rather than huge updates all at once and getting the feedback all at once on that. It's better to do it in small increments.
Tying that back into development content, since I've been doing devlogs on the Dream Game for a whole year, I recently did one. I think it was a day or two ago, and it went up. It was making a new score system in Score Meter, right? And I'd say a good 40% of the comments are like, hey bro, this is terrible. Like, they all liked the old Score Meter better, and I didn't. But at some point you have to sort of take some advice from your community. So I didn't go back to the old Score Meter because I didn't like it, but I did make a new Score Meter, which we'll see in the next video if people like it or not. But it is miles better in the right direction compared to what people were saying in the comments. So since we made an update video about just this, people were able to say, hey man, that is not it. And someone's always gonna say that's not it, but there was a very overwhelming majority in the comment sections that was like, "Hey man,
Yeah.
that is horrendous," and I thought it was
Oof.
pretty cool. But you know, we can't always just think of what we think is cool. We need to do what the player base is gonna like as well.
100%. Yeah. That's so true, and that's such a good point, because that also adds on that, yeah, you can release incremental updates on Roblox, but also, yeah, you gave me this idea just now, through the videos that you do on dev content, through what you put out, and through those small incremental devlogs, well, you can also have the same effect. Yeah, you can get that feedback from players way early from those devlogs, and like what you found, you've already found something early that people might not like, and you're able to change it before implementing it fully in your game and releasing it and having it be a problem later.
And I will definitely say there's a fine line. Always remember, you are the developer. It's your game, it's your vision, and not everyone's going to see that vision until it's done. So if one or two people is saying, "Hey man, this sucks," doesn't mean you have to change everything.
Yeah.
If it's an overwhelming majority, though, you should probably at least look into it. But I know you need to make sure to keep your vision throughout the whole thing.
I
Yeah,
agree.
for sure. We can combine all of these ideas from like the last points we brought up. Like for example, everybody's gonna be a critic, and if you're showing off your game while in devlogs, you're obviously gonna be showing off your game. It's gonna be unfinished, and everybody's gonna say, there's changes that you should make. But I honestly believe that you should just make a devlog for purely entertainment purposes. Let people see it and take advice from them with a grain of salt, because it's the internet. Everybody's going to be hating on you. Pretty much just because they're trying to be a dev at the same time.
Hate is good.
Nobody doing better than you in life is going to be hating on you online. I'll just say
Yes.
it like that.
Oh yeah, that's facts.
It's the people who are trying to be you is the ones hating on you.
Yes.
Yeah, because people are going to be criticizing you, but it's only because they're not making a game at the same time as you. So if you're making dev content where you're making a game, obviously just do what you want, honestly. Just make a fun video, build your community.
Yeah.
Unless everyone says it's garbage. Like, if it's an overwhelming majority, guys.
Yeah.
There's sometimes we produce some pretty hot, steaming garbage, right? And we don't always see that until we get the feedback, right? So there's a happy medium, alright? don't
Yeah.
think you're a god.
Yeah, you're
True.
All of us
Take it
get
with a grain of
humbled
salt.
sometimes. We'll
Yeah.
say that.
That's for sure.
Yeah. Pivoting for a second, I have another question in chat I'd like to see answer, which is, let's see. Somebody asked me, why do I encourage new YouTubers? I remember I made a tweet that said that a long time ago. Or you made a tweet that said that a long time ago. Well, I encourage new YouTubers a lot because, well, there's not really anyone in the Roblox space doing that from what I've seen. So I want to be the one doing that. And yeah, and I can also grow Dev Create that way. If I inspire you to start a dev channel, if I inspire you to do that, then we'll grow Dev Create, and that's a win-win-win-win-win.
Yeah, for sure. It
Heck
helping
yeah.
others doesn't hurt other people, and it actually helps people, and it helps us at the same time, because not only do we grow our channels, we grow other people's, just so we can collaborate too, and just build Roblox community in general. It's actually
Yeah.
like a win-win situation. It's amazing.
It is. Yeah, Road Builder, what's your opinion on Dev Create? It is something that I want to expand and have a huge reason why I'm promoting dev content and doing it is that, well, if we have more dev content creators, people watching, if they start channels, then, well, now we're going to have a whole bunch of people in Dev Create. We're going to have a bigger, better niche, and it's going to be awesome. So what's your opinion on Dev Create and all that?
I think Dev Create's pretty cool. It does weirdly seem like a flex fest, more than a help each other with development content. No hate, but does Dieter Plays, is he even a developer? Like,
I don't know why I put him in there, to be honest.
I think he's like, it seems like you put him in there. Oh, big YouTuber, let's put him in there.
He has a role
Um,
right above yours.
I just
Mhm.
that's fine. I'll get there pretty soon. But what I was saying is, it needs to be for developers who create, not for like random YouTubers or random people. Like, it's a
I agree.
development server, and I feel like if you don't develop or have nothing to contribute to the development server, you probably don't need to be in it.
I agree. Yeah, the reason why I put him in there is because, well, I actually met Dieter Plays. I met him. We talked about content creation because I actually found out that we were kind of nearby to each other. So yeah, we talked about content. It was just cool to meet another
Hey,
Roblox YouTuber, but
doxed him.
I'm doxing. Yeah, but yeah. So
On stream.
yeah, that's why I added him in. But yeah, I think
No hate once again, but I'm saying if a lot of like bigger YouTubers got added in
Yeah.
just because they're bigger YouTubers, it doesn't really help the server.
yeah, and I think overall it's going to be 99% dev creators. The thought I had with that also was that with adding in a few creators who are big, maybe they could give advice, etc., to other creators. I haven't really seen that happen so much, so it probably we'll just keep it as dev creators. But yeah,
I'm gonna say it like this, right? I used to be a Roblox gameplay YouTuber, had about 300,000 subs, like the same size as RoBuilder,
Mhm.
and nothing transfers over. Like, gameplay content and development content, no mindset is the same. Literally nothing is
Yeah.
the same. Like, I could not give you advice back when I was that channel. It just it wouldn't work.
that's a good point. Yep. Well, in that case, yeah, let's keep it 100% dev creators.
Like, I started this channel and I was just like, oh, this is gonna be easy, and I grew faster than I did on my first channel, but I had to figure out why stuff works.
Yeah. So actually, this is a really good topic. So what do you think is different from like gameplay content, dev content? And then how do you think that people can work that out? And then I'll ask another question after that, but yeah.
Especially gameplay content on Roblox, it's first come, first serve. Who gets the video out first? It's all about updates, what's new, da-da-da-da-da. And if you don't get it out first, you're last. Nobody cares. Or if you're in simulators, it's who can spend the most Robux. Now, in development content, it's how can we make the most Robux. It's the exact opposite. And it's not about who can get it out first, it's about who can do it the best.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the exact opposite for both channels.
Yeah. So my second question would be like, what would you say, like, for somebody else who might be doing gameplay content or has done it, what do you think you would tell them if they wanted to start dev content?
Oh man, make sure you actually want to be a dev first. When I started the RoBuilder channel, I never made a game. Like, I made one game before that. I never knew how to use Blender. My first tutorial was so bad. I didn't really plan on being a dev. I literally made this channel because one of the devs I looked up to said I couldn't be a dev. So I made a
Really?
channel just to prove him wrong.
Dude, that's awesome.
And here we are. So I never planned on this as my path through life, but here it is.
That is dope. That's a good story for how your channel started.
He was mad disrespectful on my first game, saying you should never make a game again, da 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 da. And I was like, you know what? Hold this. And then I just had to send him a picture of my new YouTube plaque, but yeah.
Oh.
Want to drop a name so we can?
No,
Oh, that's
I'm
crazy.
not into that. It's he's not really around too much anymore, but in around 2020-ish, he was one of the bigger devs on the platform. I'm not gonna say any names other than that, or
Really?
any facts, but
All right.
you guys can do the detective work if needed.
Hmm.
That's pretty cool.
That's interesting. It shows how we were talking about motivation earlier. It shows how motivation can come from a lot of ways, for sure.
Oh my gosh, there's two ways to look at stuff. Once you're kind of blowing up or doing somewhat okay, everybody wants to see you fall, so you can be motivated by not giving them that opportunity.
Mhm.
And then second, I love proving people wrong, dude. I have screenshots of people just telling me my dream game's gonna fail. They're saved on my computer,
Wow.
and I just can't wait to just at them on Twitter right when it comes out. If it does even 500 active players, I'm posting that screenshot, tagging them, and being like, "Hey, bro, how many players your game got?" Like, I'm petty, bro, but I just like, I want to prove everybody wrong, you know?
That's how you self-motivate.
I love it. Yeah.
What do you guys think about shorts? Like YouTube
Horrible,
shorts?
ridiculous.
No, no,
Really?
please no shorts.
It's oh.
That's the only thing Trick said this whole time. No shorts.
Listen,
I mean,
man.
can I go on stage? I have some stuff.
Yes,
To say.
please.
Yes.
I'm gonna say it like this. In my eyes, first off, they're
What's-
confusing. If you are uploading shorts, your fan base no longer looks at long form content. Shorts are literally brain rot. Like, just increasing or decreasing the attention span of the youth. TikTok is ridiculous. I even get sucked in
All
sometimes.
YouTube shorts do is just ruin your attention span.
That's
It
true.
ruins YouTube overall.
I
Like,
know.
there's no value anymore. You know, it's
When I
Mhm.
started my
Gross.
channel, I knew for any time I would never do shorts.
I'm a little against that. I honestly, here's the thing, okay? I think shorts are actually beneficial if you do it right. And the way I've done it is, I stopped like posting tutorials on my channel. I do like mainly entertainment now. But on my shorts and stuff,
You
I
got
will
that from
do
me.
like I'll do like mini entertaining tutorials. Like, how do you make reflective glass in Roblox, and then you can chain those together with more shorts, and it just builds you. And then they go to your long form videos if like you chain them right, and you can just honestly, I think, and I like making them. I think they're easy and fun to make, and they just get lots of views. But I think a lot of other people are against it because you don't make much money off of it. But personally, I enjoy them.
Shorts.
everyone. A lot of people, like, I'm in a group chat on Twitter with a few bigger YouTubers, Hairbright Games, Creekcraft, and there's one other, Odd Fox, Mr. Fox. He does, what's his name? It's Fox something. He does Pet Simulator content, but they were all recently talking about shorts and how they've affected their channels, and all of them are now moving away from them, trying to build their long form
Oh,
back
wow.
up and trying to slow down on shorts. And they said overall it's been a negative impact. You gain a lot of subscribers, but none of those subscribers will ever click on your channel. They hope to scroll past you again one day.
Dang.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot too. I see people with like over 1 million subscribers just from shorts.
Yep.
And then you go to their channel and they have 20 views on their long form videos. But
Yeah.
mainly they're usually just brain rot. Like all of their shorts are just brain rot. They're probably usually reposting stuff that they've seen on TikTok.
That's why.
And that's the
Everyone-
worst way to do shorts.
There's 3
But-
TikToks that are just posts of my channel. Like, they just cut my videos up and post them on TikTok.
Really?
I've seen that too. I've
And
scrolled past
someone
that
hit me up
before.
today. He's like, "Are you botting your TikTok?" Because there was one with like 40,000 views. I said, "Bro, I don't even own that TikTok. Like, that's not me, bro."
I've seen that happen with RoDev too. It
Dude.
happens to a lot.
mean,
Hey, but it is
I
exposure.
wouldn't take any
so-
action. Yeah, it's like, you go ahead, promote my content somewhere else. Like, you do you, buddy. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
That's the thing, though. That really shows you guys, I know you don't want to, but if you did do TikTok, if clones are blowing up, imagine how well you could do.
Why do I want to do well on TikTok though?
Promoting your main
Yeah,
channel.
that's the real question.
But why would I do the work if those 4 are doing it for me already? Like,
True.
it's just,
Yep.
I don't know, man. I can't do it, bro. If I divert my attention any more than the directions I'm already doing, oh, it's horrible. I missed 4 days this month on YouTube. You know when the last time that happened to me was? Like a year ago or 2. Like,
Dang.
I was doing bad, real bad.
I mean, my upload schedule is way worse, but yeah, I mean,
Bro,
yeah.
have you seen mine?
Bros, I
What's
broke
yours?
my collarbone in a motorcycling accident, came home and recorded a video for the next day. And then I got the
Dedication.
surgery at the next day after that. Like, I don't miss uploads, man. I try to be like daily. Like, I know there's
No.
at least 2 people that when they see RoBuilder uploaded, their day's better.
Bro Builder, I've seen some of your videos, bro. You're an amazing. You're actually the
stop, I'm
person who
blushing.
taught me. You're actually the person who taught me unions. Like when I first got into Roblox Studio, you actually.
Oh, I've done horrible. Wait,
No,
wait, how often
no,
do you use
how to
unions?
separate and use separate, bro. Like my
Okay,
games got so much
okay.
better. Dude.
Thank the Lord. I thought I was teaching everyone how to start using unions. Bro. Oh Lord.
Hey, all I learned, I watched your videos and I found out how to make a motorcycle or something.
Well,
Something
heck,
like that in
I
your
think
dream game.
Yeah, I think you're doing pretty good then.
I think that's the way to do it.
It's all about consistency, you know. This has happened to a lot of YouTubers. If you post like every week or every other week, and then you just like pause for a long time, like 2 months, and then you post again, your videos will never become as much. It's all about consistency
And luck.
and
There's
yeah.
luck.
You
just
can
need to-
come back if you have like like we'll call it honest clickbait, right? So like it's
Mhm.
a little
Yeah.
misleading, but if they watch the video, they can kind of see where you got it from. If you do something like that, hey, you might be okay. If you don't, well, it was nice knowing you. Might as well start a new channel because the algorithm don't love you no more.
You know, I actually, on one of my videos, I said it was turning the comments into a game. I actually played a game today. And on one of it said, one of the comments said to make a Subway Surfers animation at the bottom of the screen. And then I joined this game called like Paradigm Tower Defense, and it literally said on like a credit thing, it didn't, not really credits, but it was like a guy who speaks, and he said, sorry, there's no Subway Surfers thing on the bottom of the screen, and I was like, whoa,
Brain rot?
what?
Brain rot? Subway? Are we talking about like Subway
Oh.
Surfers?
No,
Brain rot, like, on
it was
videos?
like on my most popular video.
Like
like-
put Subway Surfers on the side of your video to
Yeah.
improve. I put that on one of my videos for like a short second. It was actually
Oh.
it got retention. It
Yeah, you stole it.
was actually pretty funny.
I'm
I
a
recorded
new
the gameplay.
YouTuber. I started last year November. I'm like new, kind of.
Your videos have done well though.
Yeah.
I mean, for the most part, you kind of just like
my
make what you
my
want.
latest one actually flopped, dude. I got
Not all of them are
monetized
gonna
like
succeed.
I got monetized a week ago, and then my latest video flopped for some reason.
Let's see. What's your latest video? We made an Easter egg hunt with
Yep.
sounds in Roblox Studio. I could tell you 2 reasons right now that it flopped.
Ooh.
Thumbnail.
Thumbnail's not great. Easter egg,
Yeah.
cheeseburger, like
I posted
Easter
on
egg.
Easter.
Wait, we made an Easter egg hunt with sounds in it. The title doesn't even make sense to me, bro. I don't know what you're
Yeah.
doing. Like making an Easter egg hunt, that could be cool. But with sound, what did you do with sounds? What's the sound?
Yeah, that's what
You
I was
look
thinking.
At the video.
Like
I
I'm
had to make it
confused, but
unique.
not
Yeah.
enticed. Like,
Mm.
like it could work. Like, huh? What's the sound? I should click. But I'm actually more confused than like interested.
Yeah, I think sounds
How about
just
my
isn't.
most popular video? Is that's the
Most
only
popular.
thumbnail that I actually use Blender to get the jumping boat.
6 developers turn your comments into Roblox game. Well, first off, I'll say a couple things. In the thumbnail, anytime you put a comment, it just usually works. Like,
Yeah.
it's like,
Hmm.
oh yeah? Well, watch this. So that's good. I don't think the thumbnail overly is the reason this this succeeded though. You have the 6 developer thing 3 months ago.
Mhm.
It was kind of trending at the time. So I think it all just worked well for you.
Yep. I started. You should also, if you're starting a new channel, bro, you just do not quit. Even if your videos start out as like 50 views, you should be, or like 25 views, even
I was
5
about to say
or 4.
50's kind of high if you just start like that's kind of nice. Like
I know that's nice if you start like that. I think my first video surprisingly actually started at I think 50 or 60. I'm not sure. Like when I first posted it.
my
but-
first video on the channel when I first posted it got like 1,000 something views, and I was like, wait, I could actually do dev content. And then
Yeah,
I just
because you
kept going.
started early. You started early.
Yeah.
yeah,
You're long term.
I got
mean,
over
I just
1,000
started a
videos,
while
boys.
ago.
Dang.
You know, I kept on getting 100 views, or constantly on my other videos, and I was like, yo, this is actually getting good. And then this on the one video, the Christmas one, that's my first really popular video. It just skyrocketed. Like I would constantly like show my mom, oh my gosh, it's only been like 2 hours and I got 2,000 more views. It was just like going crazy.
Oh my gosh, I did that. My first channel was a Call of Duty Zombies glitching channel, and I found a God mode glitch on Zombies in Spaceland, and I uploaded it, and it just was blowing up. These big YouTubers were like, "Can I make a video on this?" Da da da. I was like, "Yeah," and then they did, and they didn't credit me at all. They were like, "I just found the best God mode." I was like, I was so sad, dude. They like just ripped my shine, and I was like, "Man, I thought I was gonna be famous."
Ooh.
Y'all ever have that feeling to where you see other people, that other YouTubers copy your own thing, when you're like, oh, man, I don't know if they copied me or not, you know?
I love it when people
I have
copy
a
me.
lot.
It's blatant with my channel. Like, there's this one
Yeah.
guy. I'm not gonna say his name, right? But every thumbnail on his channel is my thumbnail with a different color. And I think I put something about it in DevCreate a couple months ago. Like
Really?
it's the exact same. The title, copy and pasted, everything, bro. And then he changes the color of the text. One of them, he just changed his saturation slider, like it was my thumbnail. And he just-
Does he get views on it?
I mean, more than like a nobody would get, but not enough to be like worried, I guess.
I mean, worst case
Yeah.
scenario, you know, you just copyright strike.
I can't, bro, cause I don't like, even if you're trying to like finesse the bag, copying all my stuff, I want you to get that bag, bro. Like, if he blows up bigger than me, I could just be like, hey, look at that, guys. Look at this guy, and he makes
Oh.
the same kind of content as me. We're good. I don't want to like mess up nobody's bag.
Wait, speaking of copyright, man, if you're a small YouTuber and you want to become big, like you want to try and become a YouTube
Start
partner
drama.
and yeah,
Oh.
get some, if you want to get some money. Now, I'm not like that, man. I'm too young, bruh. I don't need to be making money at this age, but like, if that's what your goal is, you have to make sure that all of your videos do not have copyright, even if it's for like one sound effect. Like, I had the sound effect for like, the Napoleon meme, and I removed that, and then that video, got me. Any video that gets copyrighted, it's not gonna get monetized. You cannot make any money on it. So make sure any sound effect that you get from YouTube or whatever, any sound effect, you make sure it has copyright off.
I will say most of the time, if it's like a second sound effect, like a beep, a plop, a whoosh, something like that, you're not gonna get any copyrights from it.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Like
Yeah, if
Yeah.
the audio is under I think 10 seconds or maybe 5, I'm not sure, then it doesn't count a copyright.
As long as it's just not, like,
Yeah.
just try not to steal stuff. If you
Don't
need to
steal.
find music though, usually what I like to do, I'll go to like popular YouTubers and just see what they're like, what music they're using, and if they're using it and you know they have like 100,000 subscribers, they're obviously monetized. So just use their
Literally-
music.
Oh my
find it.
gosh.
Kevin MacLeod, bro. Kevin MacLeod.
I
Oh yeah,
paid-
Kevin MacLeod.
Yup.
I paid a music producer to make the background track for my videos in the early days, right? Like a fully custom song. This is just for my channel. And I had it in a time lapse one time, and someone recorded that time lapse and stole the song and started using it on their videos. I was
Really?
like,
No way.
yes. I was like, bro, like you finessed me, man. I paid like 60,000 ROBUX to this producer
Wow.
too. It was a lot.
Oh
Also,
my
if you're
God.
not trying to give personal information, make sure you never give it, because if you somehow get popular, like really popular, row builder popular, to where everyone's trying to copy your vids, they will scope out like I
Someone
don't know,
ordered pizzas
Creekcraft
to
on
my
the
house.
Doors trailer or whatever. They'll scope it out and they'll go frame by frame trying to find information. You have to make sure you don't put any personal information. But
Like
most
6
people
months
cover their
ago,
files.
someone sent 4 pizzas to my house. And,
Really?
and they had a note on the receipt that says "Hi, Row Builder." And
Oh,
then I was like,
dude.
listen, I didn't order no pizzas. I don't even eat pizza. I'm not paying for these. And then they were like, well, what are we supposed to do? I said, how about make it so if anybody orders pizzas to this residence, you don't bring them. I will pick them up if I want a pizza.
Dude, that's
Now,
crazy.
That's smart.
I've called all of the pizza delivery places over here, like, hey guys, this
And
address
then they
just
start
like,
delivering burgers.
And
black wallet.
then they get Uber Eats.
Bro,
Hopefully
straight
I'm not
up,
giving them ideas.
I'm gonna have a sign in front. If it's not paid for, I don't want it. Like straight up, like I'll take it if someone's buying it. Like that's fine. But I'm
That's
not
actually
paying.
scary, dude. What the heck?
That is scary.
It is, bro. But
Yeah.
How do they
I'm
find your IP?
not gonna say it here because then more people will
Oh.
try to. But yeah, it's alright. I plan on moving if my channel ever blows up again.
Again.
Do we have any more
Escape.
questions? We could get questions out of the game. I think a lot of people are asking.
Yeah, let's do that. The thing is, like, there's a lot of questions.
Privacy is a huge concern with YouTube.
Huh?
On YouTube, dude, privacy is like a huge concern. I know.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys know Rodev?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he in here?
I've seen
Yeah, he's
some.
in here, I think. Yeah, dude, he got doxxed like a while ago, and they just started sending like pictures of his face and stuff before he face revealed, like, and his address in his Discord server, and just like spamming at everyone. Dude, that was like terrifying. But
Yeah.
usually
Mhm.
it's not even like people on the internet. Usually it's just people that know you.
Literally,
Just don't tell anybody your YouTube channel.
you need to get. Speaking of that, you need to. If you're starting a new channel, you need to get a Discord server. Like, it's just.
I'll fight somebody, bro. If one of my people
Yeah.
in my real life told like my whole fan base real life, I'll fight somebody.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you need,
Ooh.
but you actually need to get a Discord server. Like, look at this game that we're in right now. This game would be. This
Ooh,
game would be
someone-
empty
yeah,
if
yeah.
there's like no one in. If Smarty didn't have a Discord server or Row Create, or he didn't post this to anything, there would be no one in this game.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I think
Only us.
there's a lot of people coming from the YouTube directly on YouTube. I think.
Yeah, that too. You just need to,
Discord
like,
is a great
build-
way to build a community, though.
It
Like
is.
if you're
Ooh.
out, you should start a Discord early, because
And make sure to get the fat mods.
So many
Mm-hmm.
people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, get really angry fat mods.
Yeah. So I was gonna
Alright,
say
guys,
there's.
they said,
Oh, there's a question.
who's made the most Robux out of game development?
Probably Row Builder
Probably L Splash.
In this entire thing right now, or just
In our chat.
Roblox?
Like
or Roblox.
in this group.
Probably Row Builder.
Oh. I made 20 Robux. Bro, okay, so when I was 6 years old, this is so funny. When I was 6 years old, I made a game with no scripting at all, free models. It's called Fast Food Obby, and it somehow got like 2,000, 3,000 visits, and I actually got the crown of O's just from that game when I was 6 years old.
That's actually
Wow.
crazy.
It is crazy. Here, I'll send you a photo of it. Here, I'm gonna join it.
He said, "Bro, I framed it."
Like it was so, oh my gosh, it was so bad. And there's some fat guy here. I'm gonna see if I can go into it on Roblox Studio. Let me just show y'all how bad it is. Alright, so
In total, I think I made like 40k Robux. Cause mostly I kind of just script, and I haven't really dedicated my time to a game. But right now I'm not even scripting on Roblox. I'm scripting on Godot, which is a different game engine, and I'm making like a real full Steam
Escape
game.
Fast Food Obby. The thumbnail's literally McDonald's. I'm so surprised I haven't.
I wonder if I've played this, bro. Cause my first Roblox game was Escape McDonald's Obby.
Oh, it's not that. Oh my gosh, this looks so bad.
What do you feel about making a professional Udemy course instead of a free YouTube channel? All right, listen, man. you can make a course, but odds are there's 10 more courses with the same or better value for free on YouTube. Like, paid courses are such a scam in my opinion.
All right.
I think it depends. I think if you have a YouTube channel, I think people will pay because they want to learn directly from you. And I think with paying for it, you get the commitment. You're committed to learn it. I think there are some benefits to it. It depends on the person and it depends on the creator.
If your
This is what
course
it looks like.
if your course is packed with enough value that people really want to see it, it's gonna do just fine on YouTube anyways, and you'll get ad revenue, and the buyer won't have to actually buy it. Like, I feel like if it's a really valuable course, you could just do it on YouTube. No point to like gatekeep it. The ad revenue will help you, and then you'll help the people.
Yeah, I agree that you can do that. I think the issue isn't gatekeeping, but rather giving just different streams of value. If you're a creator and you're creating content, that's one stream of value. You can put out all the information, right? You can put it all out there. You don't have to gatekeep specific things, but you can add on info products. I think it's a very good way to give more opportunities to your audience to level up on what they call the value ladder in business, which is where people can basically get higher value stuff as they climb up the value ladder. And like psychologically, if you spend money on a product, you're more likely to use it, you're more likely to gain value from it.
I agree. I always feel weird charging real money for stuff that I could just give to people for free. That's like my thing. And it might just be, morally for me or where my mindset is, but yeah, that's why I had to make my plugin free. Like, I'm not charging people money for a plugin that's not going to make you a ton of money. So I guess if my course can make the person watching it a lot of money, then I can charge money for it. But other than that, I can't do it.
I respect that. Yeah, if you can give a lot of value, I think it's a good idea. And I think it is a good way for dev creators. Like, that's the thing, like, there's a lot of different ways to monetize with a dev channel. That's one of them. There's many different ways, and that's the thing. Like, everyone has their own way to monetize. If you can, the thing about Roblox content, you can't make assets, you can't make courses, you can't make ebooks, but with dev content, you can. And if you're somebody who wants to monetize your knowledge and you have value to provide and you think people can get results from it, definitely do paid products, I think. I think it's a huge opportunity. Any kind of paid product, it could be an asset even. It could be, yeah.
Yeah. Anything small, like if you have a zombie game, have a revive feature for like 15 Robux.
Yes, and always dev products that troll everybody, they always are like kind of a winner. Nuke everybody, fling everybody, like.
Oh
kill
yeah.
People
That's the
love
one.
food.
That's the one, bro. Admin commands in the roleplay games.
Rich people literally just go in there to make everyone have a bad day, but you get paid, so I guess.
Yeah, and the game, it's called Cartwright into Ardite. You know that game?
Yeah.
You get it's admin commands for 400 Robux, I think, and you cannot join a server where someone doesn't have admin commands. Like there's someone flying that's like 20 times bigger than everyone else, and they just destroy the carts. My brother actually has it, the Game Pass, and we actually play that game sometimes, and people go all the way to the end and then we just push them off, and it's so funny. Any other questions? Or...
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a lot of questions. They're mainly about development. This stream is mainly about development channels. So if you guys have development channel questions, we can answer those. We can also answer a few more development questions. I would love to do a channel. A stream soon, specifically about answering your development questions. That would be awesome. And we could have you guys on there. RoBuilder Cash Tricks, we could have you guys on. We could do another stream soon. I want to do like SmartyTalks all the time.
Dang, RoBuilder Cash sounds pretty good.
RoBuilder Cash, yeah.
That's it. I'm making a new currency.
Your crypto. No.
Yep.
I hate crypto,
Why not
but
why not add tricks in it?
Oh, it will be a trick. So I'll make a crypto and say it's going to be the best thing ever, and the trick will be not actually fulfilling that promise, but I'll be getting paid. Haha. Instead of Zoo Coin, I'll call it Ro Coin.
Yeah.
Rocoin.
I'm out, bros.
Roy
I am
Cash.
out.
Roy
Yes.
Cash.
We on one.
Crazy idea. Call it Robux.
Robux.
Oh!
Genius. Genius.
All right, I'm
No,
going
no,
to
no,
talk
no,
to
no.
my
That gets
PC
copyright.
right
You
now.
need Robux. Robux. That's the way.
I'm gonna say Robux, but it's gonna be CKS. Like you say Robux to your phone and how it spells it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's how we do it.
Roblox.
No copyright with that.
Oh.
Totally.
Or we
How
could
about
just
Row
do take
USD?
the Roblox out of tricks and make it ticks.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Rotix.
We're done.
Rotix. Okay, we're all done with our channels. We're starting our current new currencies. We're also gonna start new countries too. Should
Dude,
go along
we
with
need to,
it.
we need to just we need to do it then go ghost.
Yeah.
Like as long as we make enough, we can quit YouTube and we can just live life. Maybe in like a cabin or a compound. Yes, I'm making a compound in the woods.
Yeah, don't pay taxes.
Yes.
Awesome.
Let's go.
The dev create compound.
We're gonna Dennis Daly it, bro.
Yeah.
And we start a religion.
Yeah.
Oh no, hold on. I'm
Kinda
not
like
going
how-
that far. That's great.
This is crazy.
Yeah. Why is crap? I forgot. What's his?
Okay, we got a
Why-
question.
Oh yes. What is it?
Oh, were you gonna say something first?
Oh yeah. Why is Dieter plays in here, bro?
Well,
Oh god.
we answered that earlier.
He had a fanboy
yeah.
moment and he invited him.
Anyways,
All right.
Zionic said, "Yo, Smarty, what do you think about the potential of the YouTube dev niche? Is it big enough for us to go full time?" I think that it definitely is. I think that, as you can see, if you look a few years ago, there were only like a few dev creators who were really at the top. Now we have tons. I can't even count how many amazing dev creators there are out there. It is growing insanely fast. I don't see it slowing down at all anytime soon. And just picture in even 6 months from now, I think it's going to be way bigger.
I'll add to that. If you are on the lower side with skill set, I would try to jump in sooner because there comes a point in any niche where there's like, we'll call them the legacy creators, the people who got in at the beginning and are big now, and you can't really catch up to them because it's just, everyone just wants to watch them. But if you're high skill, I think there will always be a place for you, like, if you can really offer a lot of value or have just,
Yeah.
like if you are a crazy good builder, every thumbnail is going to look nuts because you built something incredible. So if you can offer like
Yeah.
a wow factor, you'll always be good. If you don't quite have that wow factor, hop in. It's still early.
Yeah.
Honestly, you all you need in a thumbnail is either a comment. This is just random, but anything in a thumbnail, just literally either if it's about comments or whatever, then you add a comment. If it's if it's just like you're making a game, you need 1 or 2 words that are just like giant in text, and then like an image or something. That's how you get it.
Yeah, small text can really ruin a thumbnail. A lot of
Yeah.
new YouTubers, they'll put tiny, tiny, tiny letters in it and no one can read it. Especially on a phone, no one can read it.
Yeah, phone.
No
Do
one.
you think
yeah.
the amount of YouTubers joining the space is growing faster than the audience? I feel like it's been oversaturated. I get where you're coming from. However, if 100 people join this space, 75 of them probably suck at doing content. Either
True.
they don't talk, or they don't know how to edit, or they're using a
Yeah.
voice changer, robotic voice. Those aren't going to grow. So 75%
yeah.
of people joining this space, they're not going to make it too far.
True.
The people who are watching this space, they're gonna stop watching it soon, but then the next set is gonna start watching it. Every kid is gonna want to make a Roblox game, so you're never gonna have the same audience forever because everyone grows up. I guess that part kind of sucks, but there's always another kid that is made.
Mhm.
Yeah. Also, with the speaking of like editing, you need to make your videos funny and fast paced. That's like only thing. People's attention span from 20 years ago have been gotten so bad.
Yep.
Like you need your videos to be fast paced. It doesn't necessarily your videos have to be like 5 minutes long or 2 minutes long. You just need to make it fast paced. It could be a 20-minute video, but if it's like fast paced and there's a lot of movement in it, then it'll be really fast and humor. Because if something's humorous,
I'd almost agree,
I-
but the thing is, like, even Mr. Beast recently said it doesn't need to be fast paced. He's going back on that style. It's changing.
Yeah.
Also, thanks for the donation, Traps Dame. $2 donation. That's insane. Thank you.
I never went super crazy over the top with the edits, and when I did, I noticed the retention of my viewers actually went down. So I think it definitely depends on who's watching your content. If you have the TikTok brain rot viewers, yes, like as fast as it could be, right? But if you've built your content more on like a personality, I guess, which it doesn't work for most people, but if you do, then you don't really need to go too crazy with the edits. Like the first 3 years of my channel was just background music and cutting out the silence. And here I am.
Yeah. Good
So
point.
on my channel, I didn't even edit at all. Like,
There you
I
go.
literally just recorded one take and just taught people how to script, and that was it.
Oh my gosh, my first channel, there was this thing called Mixer on Xbox, and you could stream
Oh,
directly
I remember
to this.
Mixer.
And what I would do, I didn't have a computer, right? So what I would do is I would stream like I'm recording a video. So never look at the chat. I was nobody at the time, so there normally wasn't a chat, but I would stream off the Xbox and then have my mom download the stream and upload it to YouTube so
Oh.
I could like still make videos without the computer.
I did that too.
Smart.
I recorded Minecraft videos.
Heck yeah.
I remember so you know back in the you probably seen them, like they're called, I'm not gonna tell the channel because yeah, it's kind of bad, but I made a channel about I made a channel where I usually what is wrong with me? So back in the day, there, you know, like it's so brain rot now, but Peppa Pig, but it was like edited, you know. Yeah.
Dang, he made
I used-
Pepe Pig.
Yes, I did that, and I got horrible views, and the channel didn't work out well. And
The
on that
original
same
brain
channel, I actually did a tutorial on how to model on Roblox Studio, like how to make a model. And I did a model of a door, and my voice was so high pitched because I was like 6 years old.
How
I want to
model
answer
Peppa
this
Pig.
question from another donation you just got, Smarty.
Yes. Thank you for the
They said-
donation, bro.
They said, why is it so hard to learn how to script? I tried, it's been like 2 years. Now, I can't talk perfectly on this because I also can't really script. However,
I can't.
I would say it's not actually as hard as you think, and it's not as hard as I think, but I'm in the same mindset currently as you are. And if we keep telling ourselves it's hard, we're never going to actually try to learn it. So, you said it's been 2 years. You've probably watched 10 tutorials in the whole time and tried scripting twice. It's more of a mindset thing than an actual ability thing, I feel.
Yeah, and also
The way
some
I
people.
learned scripting. Oh, you could go.
Yeah, no worries. I think some people they have certain learning styles. I think if you've been trying for 2 years, you might just need to try a new learning style. I always tell people, and like I've done shorts on this, there are people who might do better by just like opening up free models, looking at the code, and figuring out how they work and messing with the code in there. You can do that. There's also a lot of people like watching a guide, like my guide, for example. You could watch that. Now, obviously, I think most people try that. So if you've already done that, try something else. Now, there's another method that I think is rarely ever talked about, and I think this is one of the best, but it's also one of the hardest methods to find because nobody does this yet. I'm also going to build on this in a second because it's a huge point for dev creators. It is getting a tutor. So try to find someone who can tutor you. Try to find someone who can pay. You can pay them to tutor you, or you could network, find somebody, give value, get value.
You
Yeah.
could ask questions.
Yeah, and so what I would like to add is that with a dev channel now, if you are somebody who knows how to script, you could actually offer a service where people can come to you and get tutoring on a call. There's like a website called Calendly, and you can do this. You can set up coaching calls. Now, I think this is one of the best things to sell for a dev content channel because look, there are so many people out there who have this learning style who need someone hands-on to teach them directly, and there's barely anyone who does it. Dude, if you do it, you could really, really have pretty much a business. And also, I'd like to add, someone else asked me earlier in the chat, they asked, hey, could you make dev content a full-time job? Is this going to be big enough? Yes, it definitely is going to be big enough. And if you can monetize, if you can sell a product, if you can sell a service, especially like coaching, this is a huge market gap. Huge, huge, huge. I have to emphasize it. Nobody's doing this. And there's tons of people who need this learning style. Do it. It's insane.
Oh, I can totally get
actually-
behind that.
I actually do a one-on-one class with somebody who gets homeschooled. Their dad hit me up and said, "Hey, how much per hour for you to kind of do a session with my son once a week?" So I do it.
Big Mark
Also, in the chat, I see someone that said, "What should I do to actually get good at 3D modeling?" I can definitely help answer this one. Good is subjective. Like, I could make a dynamite model and think it's super cool. Someone else could make one and think that's super cool. But the community will obviously like one better than the other. Like, don't chase perfection. There's nothing that's perfect in life. If you look at a bag of chips, it's not perfectly aired up. Your water bottle could have like a dent in it. Like, don't chase super smooth edges and perfect shapes.
Yeah, eventually you're just gonna get super skilled. So you just gotta have to
Eventually.
practice. Takes a lot of practice.
Yeah, it sucks, but there's no shortcut to it.
Also,
I can totally get behind the tutor thing. I've taught lots of people how to script and like got them to expert level. For example, my friend Dan codes. Like I make games with him all the time now. But there's like the main few things that you have to know before you like start learning stuff.
Dan
So-
Co's is amazing.
I know, right? Okay, so if you want to be a scripter, like if you say you really want to code, ask yourself, do you want to code or do you just like the idea of coding? Because some people just want to know how to make games, but they don't really want to know, like they don't really want to learn. And if you don't
Everybody
want to
wants
learn,
a
then
game,
you're
but
never
doesn't
gonna
want to
learn.
have to make it.
Yeah, exactly. Like you have to want to make the game. Like making the game is a part of the process, and you got to ask yourself, do you really want to be a game developer or do you just like want to have a game that you own?
Yeah, there's a super chat I'd like to answer. He said, "I got scammed from a tutor, so I'm scared. Now that's $400." I would say, sorry you got scammed from a tutor. I think if more people were to start tutoring people, more dev creators to do it, you'd see good quality ones who aren't going to scam you, who are going to provide a great service. And I think also if you consider as a second option, because that isn't really available yet, there will probably be more people doing that soon. I think as a second option, you can network, give value to people. And from there, if you give value, if you provide people what they want, try to find any way to help somebody who could tutor you, then in return, they might want to tutor you. And you can absolutely do that. Do networking, get tutoring for free. You can do this. There's a whole, like, I think a lot of us on stream right now who are talking, I think a lot of us have Discord servers. There's Smarty devs, for example, below. If any of you guys want to plug your Discord, you guys can go in there, network in these Discords, for example, and you could probably find someone to tutor you.
Yeah, I
Can
wouldn't
I say
recommend
something
mine.
about learning how to script? I totally that is exactly how I learned. I joined an online class on Outschool during the summer, like 3 years ago, and I told my mom, she's a coder. She's like a coder for a rental or like a retail website, and she codes yeah. And I've always got interested in it, so I asked her, hey, can I do coding? And she said, yeah, and she got me on an online class. And I learned all the basics, how randoms and functions and touch events. And then
Nice.
once you get everything, once you get majority of what everyone uses in every game, like functions, everyone uses that. Variables, everyone uses that. For loops, everyone uses that. While true do, most games have it. But the thing is, once you have that, when you have all of those skills learned, I'd say the next step is to go for broad stuff on YouTube, like learning how to do remote events. That's good to learn on YouTube. I think that's where I learned how, and like remote events, and some broad stuff, but not too broad stuff. And if you're advanced in coding, not really. I wouldn't say advanced, but if you could make a game, if someone told you to make a game and you could make it, then I'd say your next step is definitely the Creator Hub. Creator Hub is the best place to learn scripting, but it's not the place where you start to learn scripting.
Are you talking about like the Roblox creator of like the website?
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people actually get scammed on there.
No,
That's
no,
because Roblox is the prime market to scam. It's a bunch of adults who see like kids that are pretty naive, and they're like, "Oh, I could do this for you," and the kid's like, "Oh, yay!" And then they give them their money and just run away. Like, Roblox is set up to scam people.
There's Adopt Me. There's PetSim99. You're gonna get scammed.
Most of those are usually little kids too.
That's
It's
the
like
thing, but it's the adults going into the little kid games saying, "I have the best pet, but you have to give me this in order to for me to do that." Oh my gosh, I don't get it,
Wait,
man.
what?
Well, I think
Hey,
yeah.
Those people are like
if you really
crazy.
want a script, if you really want to learn to script, I say that you learn how to teach people, because if you learn a script and you really like scripting and you like coding in general, it's pretty easy to learn because you have a passion for it. And if you like something, you're gonna learn more about it. Like if you like dinosaurs, you're gonna learn all of the dinosaur names and stuff. It's just how it works.
Yeah.
Could I ask you guys
learn to
something?
love scripting.
Also, oh wait, yeah, RoBuilder, you could say something.
So, you guys have made tutorials before, yeah?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
my
I
channel is
made-
tutorials.
One
And
tutorial.
You, for the people who have, you would consider yourself being pretty good now at what you made a tutorial in the past about, yeah?
I would consider I'm even better than I started. I'm like 1,000 times better than I used to be.
Has anyone noticed that, like for me, for example, I used to make tutorials and they were really, really good, but now that I've gotten better at Blender, or like just better overall, I don't say as much. Like, I feel like a lot of things are just intuitive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't make like as good of tutorials anymore because I feel
Completely.
like people should know stuff
That's
already.
exactly why I stopped.
Yeah.
That's why I stopped.
stopped. Yeah, I stopped making tutorials because once you get to a point that you're not a beginner anymore and you're not in that same like learning mindset, like you kind of just have everything embedded into your mind like a second language. So you can't make tutorials unless you're a beginner, and that's kind of why beginner tutorials are the best to watch. Like my old videos, people love watching them because I was a beginner as well. But now when I make tutorials, they just don't do well because nobody can relate.
Definitely, I would add that
Yes,
that's such a good
tutorials.
reason to start. It's such a good reason to start making tutorials because, like, look, if you're a beginner in development and you haven't really done much, you're actually at the best point to make tutorials because now us who have done development for a while and even made tutorials, well, now a lot of what we learn is unconscious, meaning that we aren't conscious of what we learn. So yeah.
Oop, Robert is good.
No.
RoBuilder.
All right, later, RoBuilder.
Bye bye. RoBuilder.
We aren't conscious of what we
Oh.
learn. It's all habit. So, yeah.
Yeah.
By the
I think
way,
so, too.
Yes, I forgot what I was gonna say.
I had to reteach myself how to teach because
Oh,
I kind of just like got bad at making tutorials, so that's why I make entertaining content now because I know I have the skills now. I just don't know how to really teach anymore.
also
mean,
about
Not necessarily,
tutorials.
but
Why I stopped doing tutorials is that when I did my first one, it got terrible views comparing to my other videos. But the reason, Cash, you probably saw my Discord server, I'm asking for tutorials because like now that I haven't when I don't post, my best performing video is that one tutorial that I did. So tutorials are better in the long term, but if you're just like trying to get a lot of views in short term, that's where you should do like challenges or devlogs. Tutorials are in the long term because people will gradually and people will continuously search that up, but it won't be on like, you know what I mean?
yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's purely long term, so you're not gonna get many views at the start, but it's gonna grow eventually. That's
like,
kind of what ByteBlocks did. He started out kind of slow, but now he's at 20,000
I
subscribers
know.
just from like making good tutorials. People like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Then again, I think entertainment just has more potential.
it does. Yeah. And I always say, like, even if you're making tutorials, dude, just make the tutorials as entertainment as possible. The closer that you can make a tutorial to entertainment, the more views it can get. The closer your content is to entertainment, the more views it can get. Like my scripting guide, I put a really funny intro in the start, and now people who aren't even interested in scripting, they'll at least watch the first minute or two, and that'll give me more views, people in, get more watch time, than compared to if I didn't have something funny in there that didn't interest everyone who didn't necessarily want to learn scripting, but they might watch that funny part just because they like that.
Oh yeah, and tutorials retention matters the most because people want to learn to code, but they're so tired of boring tutorials. Like you see comments on every tutorial, and it's just like, I'm so like, I tried to watch YouTube, but it's so boring and I can't like pay attention. It's just you have to take a different approach to tutorials.
Yeah, you know Blender Girl or Gyro, whatever his name?
Blender Girl, yeah.
Yeah, I've tried so hard to learn his Blender 4.0, but it's just like a long series, bro, and it's not that boring. It's just boring, you know.
I've also seen another approach where people will do like a visual tutorial where instead of like showing you the code and stuff like step by step, instead what they do is, and I think this is the best way to learn, they make a visualization and like step by step like what they're making. So they're like, okay, we want to make a car. Okay, well, first of all, let's make like the wheels roll, and then afterwards they're like, now that the wheels roll, let's make a way to turn the wheels, and then you just do it step by step, and that's the best way to do tutorials. But the other way is I saw people, they mix that along with like visualizations, so they do like animations and stuff, and like just show how the code's doing, and it just makes it fun to watch and easy to watch because it's really it's kind of fast paced, but at the same time shows you the code.
If you have this is like a question that I wanted to ask, but if you have a script that does something like a key opening door, like how I did, just a script and like models or something, is it good or bad to put the script in description, or like or they could just like copy and paste it, or in like
I think, all my tutorials, I would put the script in the description because honestly, some people like me, I know how to code and stuff, but it doesn't mean I want to use all my brain power. Sometimes it's just about using your resources, and I do like to go to YouTube. Well, not YouTube. I like to go on like dev forum stuff and just copy code, and lots of people do that because it lets you easily just make stuff and also change up the code instead of having to watch a boring tutorial and stuff like that. But I don't know, that's just how it was for me on my channel. I would put links in the description for downloading the scripts.
Oh, you have no sounds for your soundboard. That's sad.
Yeah.
On the Discord.
All right. Oh wow, awesome! I love it. Do you got a soundboard? Because I think this has been a great stream. Do you have a good sound for ending the stream and for celebrating such an amazing Smarty Talks?
I don't have nitro, but yeah.
Clap. All right. Perfect.
I have sound. I have nitro. I should be able to, but I can't see it.
Wait, can you do some of mine? Funny.
Thank you guys.
I have some crazy ones. I have Skibbity Toilet in my soundboard in my server.
Let me leave and rejoin.
All right. Yeah, thank you guys for joining on the stream. This has been like one of the best Smarty Talks yet. This is boo-hoo. Yeah, we're ending Smarty Talks episode 9. And also thank you guys all for being in here inside of the Smarty Talks game. Shout out to you people all right here.
Yes.
And yeah, thank you. Thank you for being here.
W.
This has been great. So thank you for Cash, Bloxy, and Tricks, and Row Builder, and wasn't there someone else on the stream? Who was it? Who else?
Smokey?
Scroof, yes. Scroof. As well.
Scroof kind of fell off. He got like he said earlier, game development and gaming just did not go together. He had constant thousands of views, and then he posted one like him playing a game because he just preferred it. It's not about what you think, it's about what others think.
Yeah.
And then he just got like 300 views. But yes, also Smarty, can I have your friend request?
Yes, I will add you.
Also, Smarty, do you want to join my Discord server? I'll give you the role for
Definitely, yeah.
the role for Roblox YouTubers. Yeah.
I'll join it. Just send it in general in DevCreate.
Oh yeah.
And yeah.
Everyone.
But yeah, thank you all for being on the stream. Thank you all for watching. It's been great. I really do wonder how you're going to apply these things that you learned here, because I know you learned a lot. So yeah, let us know how you apply it as well, and let us know what the results that you get from it as well. And yeah, so do you guys want to shout outs or anything? You can shout anything out that you want right now.
Oh, shout out to Rocket Camel. He helps me a lot with scripting. Just want to say that.
Shout out to Smarty for letting us be in this stream.
Yeah.
It was pretty good helping you guys out and answering your questions.
Thank you, Smarty. Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for being on.
Smarty's the smartest one. Why is there 3 clones of cash?
I'm starting a cult.
Oh man.
Alright.
This is awesome.
This is amazing.
But yeah, so to recap on this stream, we've gone over how do you start your dev channel, how do you monetize it, how do you use it to promote games, promote all that good stuff that you're doing, promote commissions, everything. We also went over a bunch of questions. We asked some very successful dev creators. We got Cash, we got RoBuilder, we got Scroof, we got Smokey. You just here for the last minute here. We have Tricks. We have Cash in here. Yes, we have RoBuilder. I think I'm saying people multiple times, but yeah. So we had a bunch of people who joined in and gave a lot of advice. If you have not watched the entire stream, I highly recommend watching the entire stream. I would say it was basically a free course on how do you grow a successful dev channel. Seriously, this is one of the biggest opportunities right now in Roblox and especially in Roblox development. No matter what you want to do, if you want to earn from Roblox, if you want to grow your games, if you want to get visits, anything that you want to do, making a Roblox dev channel is going to be one of the best things that you could do to do any of those things. So yeah, looking forward to SmartyTalks episode 10. It'll be very, very soon. Hope to see you there. Make sure to have notifications on for when that's out. And we'll probably be having guests on, possibly RoBuilder, possibly Cash, possibly Tricks, everyone who's on here again, and even more. So yeah, see you next time. Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe to Smarty.
Subscribe, guys.
Subscribe to everyone who's on here too. Subscribe to Cash, Tricks, everyone.
Subscribe. Yeah.
Yeah. And also, once you guys have subscribers and some views, etc., on your dev content, it's going to be in the comment below, in the pinned comment, and also in the description, the link to DevCreate. If you want to try and apply, you got to grow a little bit first, but you might be able to get in and network with us.